today on Divorce Court.
Him watching porn has been an issue.
She feels I've chosen porn over her numerous times.
I cheated on him because I wanted to feel like I was enough, and he made me feel like I wasn't enough.
She has tried to make me feel like it's my fault that she cheated.
As far as the cheating goes, I take full responsibility that it was my choice, that I chose to do it, but he definitely pushed me to want to do it because of the way he's treated me over the years.
A lot of times I feel like she expects me to be an absolute mind reader.
At this point, I'm not sure if I can see myself spending the rest of my life with him. There's definitely a lot of work that has to be done.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Ashley Stevenson and Jason Stevenson. Mr. and Mrs. Stevenson, you have been together for 9 years, married for 7. You have 5 children. Get this, 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7. Wow. So you get an award just for being upright. You two are having some difficulties, and you've come here today to ask my advice. So, Mrs. Stevenson, I'm going to get right with it and start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today in divorce court?
I'm here today to get some advice, and he's been watching porn for 9 years, and it's been a major problem. It makes me feel insecure and unwanted, like I'm not enough.
How much porn does he watch?
I don't really know how often or how much, but I know it's been going on periodically over our entire relationship.
Is it so much so that instead of engaging with you, he's engaging with that? Or is it just something that you have an idea that, yeah, I know he does it, but I never see him do it, or he's never not around because he's doing it?
At times I feel like he has ignored me because of it.
Right. Mr. Stevenson, she's accused you of watching a lot of porn. What say you?
As far as a lot of porn, I wouldn't say that.
But you do watch porn?
I did, yes.
You did? No longer?
I no longer, yes.
Since?
About a month ago.
A 30-day reprieve, huh? There you go. This is like
I don't remember
how long ago it was.
When the last exact
Let me
time.
ask you this. Have you guys argued about your use of porn?
Yes.
And what do you see as her position, and why do you think it was wrong?
As far as my position today, I feel a little bit differently now because she left and I had to open my eyes. And I have a daughter, so I feel a little bit differently over the last, month and a half since I stopped.
Right.
But as far as when we were in the relationship and I was doing it, it was sometimes you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, okay. Did you think it was something she had a right to be upset about, or you were like, look, this is a normal thing. What is your problem?
Yes, that was my stance, yes.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you this. If it was a reasonable amount and it didn't interrupt your life in any other way, why be upset about it? Not that I'm a proponent. I'm not, I'm Switzerland in this. But I'm just saying, if it's not, because I have people come in here talking about they do porn 4 or 5 hours a day.
I don't know how long or how often he did it for, but I just know that it made me feel insecure. Like, why, if I'm willing to do whatever you want me to do, then why do you need to watch that?
Here's my point of view, and I'm just going to say it, and then we can just leave it alone and go somewhere else.
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not interrupting anything. You're doing it 4 or 5 hours a day.
She was
I got
still
a
getting
problem.
it every day.
You do it. You know what I mean? You getting plenty of sex, and he needs a little extra, and he wants to take care of it all. I don't care. I mean, to me, as a practical matter, because sex sometimes is a practical matter to a guy.
So we're going to stay here?
No. We're going to move on. What do you think is another problem in your relationship?
Not communicating properly.
What do you mean by that?
Sometimes I feel like she wants me to read her mind and what she wants, and there are little, whispers and hints, but I'm not reading between the lines properly.
You're not getting a direct statement.
Exactly.
Ms. Stevenson, do you believe you two have a problem with communication?
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me what it looks like from your side of the equation?
Sometimes I do say things and he don't listen. And I'll tell him exactly what I want or what I'm thinking, but he's preoccupied. Well, before it would be with video games or whatever, and he wouldn't really be listening to what I was saying.
Right. Do you think he's preoccupied with small screens? I don't care what's on them, but I mean, in video games, I see a lot in here, people getting involved with the small screen more than their real life. Is that part of what you're accusing him of?
He used to, yeah.
But he's better now.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me an example of a situation where he's asked you, where you've asked him for something and simply didn't get a response? Simply he's not listening.
For instance, if I'm like, all right, it's time to get the kids ready for bed, but he's playing the game, so he doesn't respond right away.
Mr. Stevenson, are you completely available when you're at home? Sometimes you can be home and not really be there.
There have been times where I have been preoccupied with other things, but the things that I was preoccupied with, I was available in between those times to tell the kids not to do something or, listening.
So you pop your head up every once in a while, say, cut it out, little Johnny, and then back down to what you were doing. Is that what you're telling me?
Sort of, yes.
Is that what you were saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why she was mad, because you weren't fully available. Popping your head up every once in a while doesn't relieve us of the ongoing duty of constant care of the whole situation. You just popping your head in, so you go to work. You don't work outside the home, do you?
No.
Oh my God, how could you? You know what I mean? But popping in, you just being there and popping up every once in a while, she's still carrying the full load, and that feels like you're not listening or hearing her or not caring what she needs to get done because you're just popping your head up every once in a while. You're not coming in and taking care of something. You with me on that one?
Yes.
Okay. So, we're going to talk about cheating.
Last summer, he called me an attention whore for trying to get his attention. And so I got attention from other places, and
With
they
one
made
of
me
his
feel good.
co-workers, though, right? That's a very specific target that you hit. Was there a reason for it? Now, Mrs. Stevenson, you admit to cheating on him, but you say you got a good reason, right? Tell me what it is. Tell me what you did and what was your reason.
Last summer, he called me an attention whore for trying to get his attention. And I was like, okay, I had started working out and trying to make myself look good for him. I had no interest in anybody else. And he told me I was too needy and that, like I said, he called me an attention whore. And so I got attention from other places, and
With
they
one
made
of
me
his
feel good.
co-workers, though, right? That's a very specific target that you hit. Was there a reason for it?
No, his coworker contacted me.
And you said, I might as well?
I declined at first. I had been going out and hanging out with one of my friends, and he was going to work and telling people, oh, she's not coming home till this hour, blah, 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 blah. And so his coworker was like, oh.
Here's an opportunity. Mr. Stevenson, how did you find out about it and what happened when you did?
She told me about it, and I freaked out.
What happened?
I started screaming and ranting and raving and going absolutely ballistic. Just
Right.
running through everything that...
Did you leave? Did you stay? Did you put her out? What happened?
I stayed. And still kept going absolutely ballistic.
How long was the house rocking and rolling like that before it calmed back down?
As far as the house rocking and rolling, it was rocking and rolling that night. And I guess our relationship continued to rock and roll for a little bit with that.
I can't imagine how hurt you were. I mean, that is such a tremendous betrayal. Was she ever apologetic about it? I don't know if she's frozen here because of the lights, because that happens to people sometimes. But she seems just unmoved, unemotional. Yeah, I did it.
For the first one, there was a little bit of remorse.
For the first one.
There was a little bit of remorse. There was a time where I was calling her names.
In front of the
albeit
children.
A whore. Like I said, our relationship was rocking and rolling for a little bit after that.
It wasn't right for him to call you names in front of the children, but you set that table that he sat at. So don't come in here with all of that righteous indignation about he called names in front of the children. You went and slept with his co-worker. You stabbed him in the heart, twisted the knife, ran it around a bit, pulled it back out, and put it back in. So don't go coming righteous indignation with the kitty thing. You know what I mean? You brought that into your household.
But he knows that's how I felt about the porn.
Very different thing. Cheating and porn, very different thing. I know it bothers you, and I get that, but they're two very, very different things. You with me? Mm-hmm. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the second cheat. I don't think you're a bad person, Mrs. Stevenson. I think you're very, very rageful. I think you're angry, and I think you're hurt, and I wanna know why. So, other than the porn, what issues of control or other anger going on in the house led you to do the things that you did? Would you be able to function at work if your spouse was cheating with your coworker? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back. Tell me how you found out about the second cheat.
I had accused her of being with multiple people in between the first cheat and our arguments, and to dispute that, she basically told me in an honest confession she hadn't been with multiple people. So then I deducted that, well, if you're saying you hadn't been with multiple
people,
then that doesn't rule out the single. And that's when it finally came out that, yeah, there was another one.
Is that an accurate recitation of what occurred?
Yep.
Okay. You both claim that the other is controlling. In your paperwork, that's what you say. Why don't you tell... I don't think you're a bad person, Mrs. Stevenson. I think you're very, very rageful. I think you're angry, and I think you're hurt, and I want to know why. So, and I know the porn was a problem, and you feel like it was a personal rejection, insecurity. And the fact that it doesn't bother me, and I'm going to cop to this, doesn't mean it didn't bother you. And you feel how you feel, and you have the right to feel that way. But other than the porn, what issues of control or other anger going on in the house led you to do the things that you did?
Him putting me down, telling me that I'm, can't handle this, and that he'll tell me that I don't appreciate the kids because I want to go to work, things like that.
What?
Telling me he's not going to appease and coddle me over the porn issue because he said my feelings are my feelings and I have to deal with it. He makes it seem like it's, because it's something men like to do, that it's okay.
So you just need to get over it,
right?
No matter how you feel about it.
And he told me my feelings are my feelings, and I need to deal with it.
You said that he said that you didn't appreciate your children because you wanted to go to work. Is that it? Did I get that right?
Objection.
Do you, hang on. Let me ask you this. Do you feel like he's like this with you?
All the time.
That he's picking at you?
All the time.
That he's pointing at you?
Yep.
That you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough? And then you throw the porn on top of that and you get, I'm rageful and angry because I feel
And there's
insecure.
a lot of resentment.
A lot of resentment. Am I there? Because I couldn't get with you. I didn't know where you were, but I think I found you. Okay. Did you hear what I just said to her?
I heard it, yes.
Okay. Do you agree? And if not, tell me how you believe things go with the control issue at your house.
As far as rebuttaling what she said and the being at her and the telling her that, she can't handle it, that wasn't something that happened constantly. It wasn't something that happened all the time. But yes, I did say certain things when I was angry, and I did run my mouth and say things I didn't mean when I got angry. When I would receive phone calls in the middle of my job about how, she doesn't know what to do to handle my oldest, or, I would call her on my lunch break, every single one of my lunch breaks, and she would rant and rave about how the kids aren't listening, about how they're not doing this, they're not doing that, they're treating me like this, and I hear that, they're not eating lunch at a specific time, or,
So you feel she was raining on you from the house while you were out there trying to work. She couldn't, get it together at home, and she kept bringing that to you, so you had to do that work and deal with that pressure as well. Is that what you're saying?
To a certain extent, yes.
Yeah. You also say that she's very controlling, and that's what I want to talk about now. Which transgression would upset you most in your relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You say she's controlling and needy. Can you, briefly and concisely, tell me why you feel that way?
I would be required to call her when I'm on my way home from work. I would be required to call her on every one of my lunch breaks. She created my Facebook. She controlled my Facebook. She had my Facebook on her phone along with my email. Every time I would go to my cousin's house and hang out for maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and it
2 hours.
it wasn't short enough time, she would ring my phone off the hook, ring my phone off the hook, ring my phone off the hook till I would answer. Then I would answer and I would spend 20 minutes on the phone with her, and I'd have to leave, or she'd promise me that I get to go and spend time with my cousin.
Got it. Know what's happening. Know what's happening. I'm going to say a little something. Hopefully I can redirect this train that's just way off the rails. We have a vicious cycle here of needs not getting met, and then people reacting about their needs not getting met, which further makes their needs unmet. What you're doing is you're insecure, you got a million kids at home, you are tired, you are cranky, you are sick of it. All you hear from him, whether or not he's criticizing and complimenting, I don't know. All that really sticks to you is the criticism. Mm-hmm. And the weird thing about being home with the children is you get nothing but complaints and never an attaboy. At work, you get a promotion, you get a paycheck. Paycheck is a huge attaboy. You get to talk to people, you get a sense of accomplishment when you do something at home, you get none of that. And I think she is overwhelmed by the enormity of what she's dealing with there. And then she's become insecure and needy and wanty, and you just and you want him to be closer, and you're pushing him away by all this want, feed me, I don't feel good about myself, I need, and you just smacking him with I need, and then when it gets to the point where he doesn't give you what you need, you take it out somewhere else to relieve yourself of it, just like he was relieving himself outside of the home. You need to get yourself together within yourself.
And that's why I'm doing therapy.
Yeah, you need to do therapy, and you need to support her in it. First of all, kudos to you for staying after she did what she did, because I don't know if a whole lot of guys would have done that. I'm not sure I would have done that. So kudos for you. Kudos for you putting down the porn, because those kids were more important to you than that porn was. You
Not
got
for 9 years, though.
If you keep harping on what he's done wrong and do not accept and compliment him for what he does well, he has no motivation to continue to do better.
And what about him doing the same?
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. He's got to do what he's got to do. I'm telling you what you've got to do. So don't keep bubbling up with what was bad in the past when I'm telling you he's trying to do better. You did him way ugly wrong. Way ugly wrong. So you got to accept that and live with it and appreciate the fact that he's still with you. But you understand the nature of her week, right? She's at home with those kids. She never gets applause. She doesn't feel good about herself. You're the main cat to bring that to her. That's your gig. It's not just the money. It's the care and the love and the esteem. And 5 minutes a day of what she's done well and honoring her and wanting to be home, as opposed to just, I'll pop my head up when Johnny gets on my nerves. That'll give her more what she needs. And we're cheap dates. It's easier than you think. You just have to make the time to do it. Do you understand what I'm telling you both? Mm-hmm. This matter is adjourned.
I, at the very least, have to appreciate her more and try and be more positive about the things that she does do good and be less negative about the things that I see that she doesn't.
I did what I did because at the end of it all, I just gave up. After he called me an attention whore, I just felt like, what's the point of even trying anymore to keep his attention? For 8 years, I was all about him. And I wasn't getting what I needed for that entire time.
Today on Divorce Court,
I have been in an almost 11-year relationship with Jimmy.
And we've been through so many ups and downs.
He and I have been married. We have divorced, and now we're thinking about getting remarried.
I don't feel like there's anyone else that I can picture myself spending the rest of my life with.
And I'm not sure if I want to do that again.
I'm here today to try to regain the trust from my wife, Alexandra.
The reason why we got divorced is because of a 5-year affair that he had.
My wife don't trust me anymore. She always think I'm up to something.
If the other woman pops up again, I will leave.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Alexandra Sargent and Jimmy Sargent. Now hang on, because I'm going to tell you what's going on. It's confusing. I had to read it twice. You've been together 11 years. You were married to him from 2009 to April 2013. You got divorced in April 2013, got engaged a week later in 2013. In the meantime, you got married by proxy to another woman altogether in 2012. Currently, you're living together and you're wondering whether you should get married yet again. Did I get that right?
Not exactly.
Not exactly? Well, you clear it up for me. I want to know what's happening. What is the trajectory of your relationship and who this other woman is?
Okay. Well, I have been with Jimmy going on 11 years. Mm-hmm. We did get married. We got married by proxy. Mm-hmm. And then we did get divorced in 2013. Mm-hmm. And because of a long, drawn-out affair that he had and with this other woman.
And she says it with such a smile. Who is this woman that he had a long, drawn-out affair with, and how long was the affair?
I think the affair is still going on to some extent, and that is just because, you know, periodically things come up, and she just will not go away.
Mr. Sargent, do you care to enlighten me about this other woman? Are you still seeing her?
No, ma'am. I'm no longer seeing this lady. Me and
how
Alex.
long were you seeing her?
Alex think I was seeing her all the time, but it was an off and on type of thing. I know I was wrong for doing it or whatever, whatnot, but I was kind of caught up in the moment, thought I could have my cake and eat it too, keep my wife, kind of keep her.
Keep the girl on the side.
Yeah, kind of one of those things. Did not realize how much it would, hurt our relationship.
She didn't mind being the side piece?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Until she made herself known.
How did she make herself known?
She started messaging my family and myself on social media. I had a job, and her mother came to my place of employment and made it known that her daughter was having an affair with my husband. I ended up actually losing my job behind that. So that's how she made herself known.
Now, you were seeing both women while you were incarcerated. Is that true?
Not all the way, Your Honor.
Not all the way. Well, how long were you in prison?
I was 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
But both of them were putting money on your books?
No, ma'am. Here and there. Here and there, Your Honor. Here and there, but not like. She was.
She was on constant with it.
Yes, ma'am. But the other girl would pop up from time to time. I guess maybe from the outside she would be inboxing her, making her feel like she was still having some type of communications with me.
But you weren't talking to her.
But I wasn't talking to her.
But she ended up posting a picture on social media of them together while he was incarcerated.
How'd that happen?
And he was smiling big, goals, just grinning. He just got his arms around her and everything. So even though she might have popped up to visit without him knowing, he felt comfortable enough to take a picture with her.
Mr. Sargent?
Well, I'm not gonna lie about that, Your Honor. When I had first got incarcerated, I felt like, I needed all the help that I could get. To be honest with you, not doing anything, to hurt my wife or try to be, slick or whatever about nothing. Well, kind of, sort of. Because I didn't want her to find out at all. I was just trying to get all the help that I could get being selfish.
But you were seeing that woman before you went to prison.
Right.
It wasn't about just getting help. I mean, you had two women, and you didn't want to give one up. Pretty much.
No, when I did try to give the other one up, then this and all this chaos came about.
Obsession with you,
yes,
all of that. I understand that both of you ended up showing up when he got released.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we did. So we're sitting in a parking lot the van comes out to release the people, you know, to their friends and family. And if their friends and family are there, they get out the van, get in the car with them, you know, hug, kiss, whatever, go on about their business. If not, then they go to the bus station. So we're sitting there waiting, no Jimmy. Everybody else gets off the van, there's no Jimmy. I go and ask the guard, did Jimmy Sargent get released? Yes, ma'am, he did. Okay, well, where is he? They said, he's on the van. He's not on the van, he didn't get off. They was like, yes, he's on the van. I go over to the van. I'm peeking in the windows looking, because it's kind of tinted, because you can't really see him.
Yeah.
I'm peeking in the windows, and I'm like, he's not on this van. He's not here. Y'all did not bring him out. They was like, ma'am, he's under the seat. He hid underneath the seat on the van and refused to get off.
Because you and the
Just
other
me
woman
and the
were
other
both
one.
there.
We're both
Did you
there.
know the other woman at the time?
At that point in time, yes, because she's been in and out of our relationship for
Did
the
you
past 5
guys
years.
beef at all as you were waiting for him to get off the...
No, we didn't. We didn't at all. My plan, honestly, when I found her there, was to stay there long enough for him to know that I knew that this was still going on.
Well, who did
and
you
then
leave with?
A relative.
Well, Yana, when you get released from the jail, they release you to your family.
Right.
And she's right, both of them was there. And the other woman, I did not tell her to come, and she just got it in her head that I told her to come pick me up type of stuff. But you can look and see when you get released. So on the ride down to the downtown to get dropped off, I called my sister, and my sister came and just to keep all the confusion down because I was going to be on parole for a little while. I didn't want no problem at all.
No trouble.
I left with my sister
Okay.
and had my wife to come pick me up from my sister's house.
I want to know what he's telling you on the daily, or what it is you're taking that keeps you so relaxed that you can grin and smile throughout this odyssey about him in prison and with another woman. I just know, I'm just gonna leave that with you for a while. Did you ever get angry?
Yana, I went from everything to replacing windows, tires, clothes. I mean, you name it. She's done it.
Now, I know myself. I know I do have a temper. And so, where is it?
It is my understanding, even throughout this chaos, Mr. Sargent had the nerve to tell you how to dress at a certain occasion. Could you tell me that story in detail, please?
Well, when we met 11 years ago, I approached him, and I had on a nice blouse with matching shoes and all of that, and I have big breasts, and I actually had my blouse unbuttoned, and I had a really cute bustier. The whole get-up was just,
Right.
you know, on point. So I approached him. I was cute. So I approached him, you know, and asked him for his number. And as he's talking to me, he is slowly buttoning up every single button on my blouse all the way up to my throat. Now, mind you, we are in a nightclub. It's hot, it's sweaty, I'm hot, and he has me buttoned up like I am at church or something.
What did he say to you when he did it?
He said, these are mine and for my eyes only, and nobody else is supposed to see these. And here we are 11 years later, and he's still buttoning my blouse up all the way to my throat. He wants me to put on.
I just gotta ask you, you seem so okay with all of this. You're coming in here on before your vows. I'm thinking about marrying again. He's got some fatal attraction chick chasing him around off of the prison bus. And you're just grinning and smiling. And did you ever get angry?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, tell me a story that'll make me feel better.
Everything, I went from, Yana, I went from everything to replacing windows, tires, clothes. I mean, you name it. She's done it.
I
So
wasn't
all
like
of
that
this
before.
is just polite court behavior, because she can go there.
Yeah, I guess so. It got to be something because it's totally opposite when the drama unfolds at the house.
Well, there's
yes,
a reason
ma'am.
for that.
Okay.
There's a reason for that. I was not always like this. He made me like this.
Oh,
He
wow.
made you like what?
Well, everything that's been going on, with the cheating and all of that, I mean, it makes me upset. Now, I know myself. I know I do have a temper. And so,
Where is it?
You don't want to
I've
see
never
it.
seen
You don't wanna see
anybody
it.
so just happy.
You don't want to see it.
You're talking a lot of hard, deep stuff.
I do this, for one, it does help me cope. I know what calms me down. And so one of the things that calms me down is that if I'm upset with him, if he's made me angry, I like to leave. I like to remove myself from the situation, calm myself down, and then we can revisit it, in a few hours. Well, Jimmy is the type of person, he likes to, take it on
Resolve
right
it
then.
right now.
Right then and right now. And I'm not that type of person. And so when we talk right then and right now,
It gets ugly.
that's the result of,
It gets ugly.
yeah.
I read in your paper somewhere that one of your children is a function of the fact that Mr. Sergeant over here microwaved your birth control. And
That's
as a
lying.
function thereof, you got pregnant.
That's
I
lying.
have got to hear this one.
Occasionally I wake up with messages. And they're messages from people claiming to have been with him.
He got drunk last night, drinking, got drunk, and your husband was with me. Is there anything that he could do that would make you leave him?
How would you react if your husband's mistress visited you at work? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court.
So, Mr. Sergeant, would you care to explain to me the story about getting pregnant because Mr. Sergeant had microwaved your birth control?
Well, because they have different kinds of birth control. And
Right.
the one that I was on at this time is this little ring thing, and you're supposed to keep it in the refrigerator. And I kept it in the refrigerator right there in the butter thing, And so I didn't think that I would be able to get pregnant on this birth control, and it
And
can't
you
get
did.
hot. It can't get hot, And I think he.
So you think he tampered
I
with it
think
to
he
secure
heated
you
up.
in his
Yeah.
life? Now, Mr.
But, Your Honor,
Sergeant,
this
you go ahead.
Your Honor, this is a little thing called a Nuva ring.
Yeah.
I didn't touch her new ring. I didn't mess with it or nothing. Maybe she left it out or something. I thought she took it out.
Yeah.
You know, I thought-
Okay. I don't want to get too deep
Yeah,
into
okay,
that. You've hurt her a lot over a long period of time. What are you doing that allows you to keep her? What keeps her in your orbit?
Well, besides all the negative that she's told you, I'm a good man. I go to work every day, and lately to try to regain that trust, Your Honor, I don't go out. I don't really talk to my brother or friends really like I used to. I don't go to the parties or none of that no more. I go to work. I come home. I don't got no lock on my phone, no nothing. So I'm trying to regain that trust, and it's just not working.
He needs a lock on his phone.
Why does he
He
need a
needs
lock on his phone?
Because every single time I go through it, or not every single time, but a lot, when I go through it, I find evidence of someone claiming to have been with him.
Are there other women out there claiming to be with you? Do you have messages that are suspect on your phone? Now, Mr. Sergeant, you come in here, your record's not too clean. You know what I mean?
Yes,
You had a side piece for over a decade. So tell me why I should believe that you're a changed man now.
Well, Your Honor, like I was saying, I haven't cheated, and it's been a long time. And
So
keep
who are
in
those
mind,
people on the phone that she's telling me about, the messages? Who are they from?
most of them will come from the Fatal Attraction chick.
No, this one is different.
She got friends, Your Honor.
Wait a minute,
She got
she's
friends.
got her finger on something.
This is
Bring it to
different.
me. What do you got?
Occasionally I wake up with messages, and they're messages from people claiming to have been with him. Prime example, not too long before we came here, I wake up And there's a message request on social media from some random chick that I have no clue who she is. I look at the messages and I ask, who is this? And she says she's his ex, and up until last night. And I'm like,
He got drunk last night, drinking, got drunk, and your husband was with me.
And if that so happened, I wake up to feed the baby and he's not home on this exact same night. I call him.
I want to have an intervention. I don't know what is wrong with you. I want to know, is there anything that he could do that would make you leave him? Anything. You just seem perfectly content with this.
I'm not. I'm really not content. But he has so much potential to do. He's grown. We were been together through like our 20s, you know, and we were young, and he's.
I gotta say what I gotta say.
How could a former cheating partner regain your trust? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I think I know what happened to you. You got with him early. You fell in love. You had kids, and you don't want to start over. You're stuck. You're with him. You've rode this long. You're thinking, man, if I leave now, haven't I wasted those 11 years that I was with him, and I might as well still be with him because he's my baby daddy, and I've stayed this long, and if I did, it's like I screwed up, I messed up, and maybe this time he's going to turn the corner. Maybe this time he won't fall into the arms of fatal attraction. Maybe this time he'll stay out of prison. And every time you say maybe this time and he messes up, you've invested more time, so there'll be a time where you'll never be able to leave him. I'm not going to tell you to leave the man because I don't want to waste my breath because I know you're not going to do it. But, Mrs. Sargent, let me tell you this. You got to make sure that your life is buttoned up from the back. And when I say buttoned up from the back, you need to be in a position to economically, emotionally be able to handle both your life and those of your children because you can't count on him. And one of these days, it's going to be so much, so often, you are going to be so resentful and so angry, and you're going to find yourself so deep in the years with him, you're just going to explode. And I want you always to be able to be in a position to walk off. Women can never walk off. I'm not telling you to walk off, but you got to be in a position to walk off. Do you know what I'm saying? Emotionally strong. Because if fatal attraction isn't going to leave him alone and he's unable to withstand her forays into his direction, you will live like this forever. Is this the best that you want? Do you want to keep putting money on books? You want to keep fighting, losing jobs because he can't stay home? Always be in a position economically, emotionally to leave. I know you're not going to do it, but I just had to say it. I ain't giving you a marriage certificate if my life depended on it. I'm going to go outside, I'm going to get me a machine gun, and then I'm just going to rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, holes in the whole thing. Now, Mr. Sergeant, what you need to do is prove me wrong. You need to say, you know what that judge said about me? Ain't none of that gonna happen. You know what that judge says I can't do? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. You know what that judge said about I'll never love you and I'll never be there and I'll never honor you? You prove me wrong and then write me in a year and I'll say I'm sorry. Give me a reason to do it. This matter is adjourned.
The judge told me to prove her wrong. And that's exactly what I do. I'll continue working hard to try to regain my wife's trust, and I'll continue being a good man. That's all I can do on a day-to-day.
He has shown me in the past that he can be a good man. He can be a good husband. He can be a good father. He works hard, and he's determined to make this work. And I want to be there to see his success and his progress.
today on Divorce Court.
I really want to see if this marriage is worth salvaging.
Everything with Shay is drama.
He competes and he thinks that one person will outshine the other instead of building together.
I hope that the judge can help Shay to understand that she needs to be more respectful.
He has gone on to sleep with several people that we know through work.
We're separated, so I don't feel like I'm cheating on her.
I do feel that we both could come together as friends, as parents, and as partners to make a marriage that lasts.
I am done with this marriage.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kevin Scott and Shay Cannon. The two of you have been together for 8 years, married for 5. You have one child together, but you do not want to be together anymore. Ms. Cannon, you are seeking over $14,000 from Mr. Scott for a variety of things, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mr. Scott, I will start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your union and why it is ending?
So, yeah, things were up and down, you know, at the very beginning. And we had some kind of debacle that made us upset at each other. So we had a break.
Right.
And to me, you know, the break was like we weren't talking anymore. I mean, a break in a relationship, that was it. So then I started talking to a work associate. And, you know, me and that work associate became intimate. And so she somehow had some suspicion that, Shay, saying she had some kind of suspicion that this had went on, and so she came to my house and confronted me. And she came to the house and confronted me, and things got wild. You know, she was chasing me through the house, I'm running around, I'm trying to get away, you know, and so things just got real escalated at that point.
Ms. Cannon, did you chase him around his house?
I do recall the chase.
Yes. And what were you trying to accomplish during the chase? Were you?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you caught him,
yes.
What were you gonna do?
Well, I'm not sure.
Can you tell me about? I wasn't talking about that, but that was a good story. I want to talk about what happened at the bank.
Yes.
Right. So
tell that one.
So after that, she confronted me again at the bank.
Right.
And so we're talking, we're in the hallway, I got my phone out, and she says, I'm just gonna snatch your phone. And she snatched it and ran off. And I said, uh-oh. So in the moment, you know, she's broken things before, my property and things like that. So I was like, okay, she's about to destroy my phone. She darts and starts running towards the bathroom. And so I was like, I gotta get my phone back. So I started chasing her. We literally running through the job. And she falls over, she trips. She had on heels on while she's running. She trips and falls on the ground. And of course, somebody is walking by and they see us and we end up getting fired.
Did you chase the man down at the bank and get you both fired?
I did not. I did not chase
What
Kevin.
happened?
Okay. Well, our relationship was up and down. That's true. However, we did make an agreement that we would be exclusive to each other. Friends with benefits arrangement, if you will. And that meant no one else. So what I learned about the situation that Kevin failed to mention was Kevin and I had been intimate that night, and the very next day he slept with the other woman. So when I came to his house, it wasn't with suspicion. I just came to his house because of our arrangement. When I got there, I became suspicious and I asked him about it.
Right.
So so the chase that occurred was in the house when I was asking him about what happened.
Yeah, but what, he didn't chase you at the bank? You didn't chase him at the bank?
No, he chased me at the bank.
Yeah, he was chasing you at the bank.
Yes.
So that did happen?
That absolutely happened.
Because you were running towards the bathroom with his phone.
He tripped me. And I fell.
But did you both work at the bank?
Yes.
Did you think it was reasonable for you to both lose your sources of income so you could see what was on his phone?
Absolutely not.
So why would would you even engage in that kind of conduct at your place of employment?
And it was definitely my career, and I felt that he's compromised my career on so many occasions.
No. Now, Ms. Cannon, I can see what's happening here already. You don't take responsibility for what you do. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You snatched his phone.
I did.
And you ran.
I did.
You chased him through the bathroom. You know, woo! Red flags just flying all over the field. And you know what I mean? You gotta take responsibility for what you do.
Yes.
You with me?
Absolutely.
Yeah, woo! So, you say that everything was a power struggle with her, but you were mesmerized by the danger and drama. I want you to explain that to me.
I didn't have a key to the house. Knocked on the door. He didn't answer. I started banging on the door. So by the time he opened the door, I was yelling. However, I said, I broke the rearview mirror. You better check out your Camaro. He said, since you want to break things, I'm going to break your neck.
Did you tell her you were going to break her neck? So I understand you were, as I said, mesmerized by the danger and the drama. I want you to tell me what happened at the funeral.
After that big break, we got together again. And so with that being said, I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna get back together, let's make it serious. And so I said, let's get married. So we eloped in Vegas, and everything started off pretty well. It was cool for a little bit. And then it went on the roller coaster all over again. And so, you know, we were on our way to a funeral, and there had been messages before that. You know, I had mentioned, you know, this wasn't working on a number of different occasions. And on this particular occasion, I was like, look, Shay, honestly, I don't like you, okay? I don't like you, I don't like the situation, you know, and I would want to, you know, dissolve the marriage, okay? And so after that, she drove off, at least I thought, and I went upstairs into the house. Like, shortly after, I hear a loud bang, boom, 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 on the door. And I said, why is the police here? So I go to the door, and it's Shay, and she is like in a rage. She has a rearview mirror in her hand, she throw it on the ground, I'm backing up, I'm like, whoa. She come in yelling, I said, okay, we gotta calm this down. So I had to apprehend her. I said, hey, we're not gonna do this. And so as I apprehend her, I said, look, I'm not gonna be a part of this, we're not gonna do this, I'm about to call the police, okay? And she was like, call them then. And I said, okay, I'm serious. And, you know, as they arrive, the officer comes in, he said, you know, what's going on? Who called? And I said, I did. And he said, okay, what'd you call for? And she running around and said, 'cause he's an idiot. And I said, wow. And so the officer looks at me, and he looks at her, and he said, sir, why don't you go upstairs and get your clothes ready, and we'll ask her some more questions. So as he's asking her questions, he's starting to see more and more that, yeah, this is a problem. And so after he asked all the questions about the car and damage and everything like that, he said, we got to take you out, okay? We got to take you down to the station. And so she said, no, you're not. And I said, wow. So I was on my way downstairs. He said, hey, sir, can you go outside? Because we got to take her outside. And so I said, okay. And as I'm waiting outside, 5 squad cars pull up. And I said, what just happened? You know, like 5, 6 police officers go upstairs, and they're pulling her down by her limbs. They're like literally carrying her in Superman form down the stairs. And she's yelling and saying, you know, why did you do this? And I'm like, I didn't do it. You resisted. It wasn't me. And so,
Ms. Cannon, did they have to hem you up and haul you off? One officer on each limb?
Kevin did leave out a couple parts of that story. So I will definitely inform you of the rest. Kevin definitely pursued me. After I moved from Wisconsin, I left.
I don't want to go to Wisconsin.
Okay.
I want to know about the day
Right now,
of
okay.
the funeral.
Right. So, well, I was leading up to that. So he said he didn't want to be with me, but what I was going to say is that he followed me the whole time. Wherever I went, he was pursuing me. So the day of that funeral, when we were on our way back from the funeral, we started discussing our son's birth experiences because I was pregnant at the time, 3 months. Driving on our way home, he said, how are you going to pay me for this birth experience? Because I wanted a beautiful one. He said, you need to start giving me $1,500 a month instead of the $1,000 you're giving me. So we've had a blowout about the finances for our son's birth on the way home. I said, hold on, where is all this anger coming from? He said, I don't like you. I don't want to be with you. I said, this is a bad time to say that because you've been with me for 7 years and I am pregnant with your child. He proceeded to go up into the house, and then I stayed in the car to reverse and go on about my business, run those errands for the day. I adjusted the rearview mirror. I pulled it really hard in emotion. I was very emotional at that time because to be pregnant and have the person who's pursued you this whole time telling you he loved you from in a week after meeting you, that he just is in love with you, and it just seems like we can never be apart, tell you that he doesn't want to be with you permanently. And I don't like it. In that day, on the day of the funeral, in that state. I parked, went upstairs. I didn't have a key to the house. Knocked on the door. He didn't answer. I started banging on the door. I thought he wasn't answering on purpose because I didn't have a key and he locked the door. So by the time he opened the door, I was yelling. However, I said, I broke the rearview mirror. You better check out your Camaro. He said, since you want to break things, I'm going to break your neck.
Did you tell her you were going to break her neck? You did. You're going to break the neck of the woman who's carrying your child in her belly. You're going to break her neck. We need to speak.
In our relationship, he was very controlling. If he picked me up for a date and I was late coming out, he would accuse me of sleeping with someone else and yell profusely.
Mr. Scott, would you accuse her of cheating on you? Were you a little jealous?
Is sleeping with other people allowed during a relationship break? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Now, Mr. Scott, you had me dancing down the trail with you thinking that she's just outlandish and crazy, but did you actually say to her, I will break your neck?
I said that. It was in a heightened, I said it out of anger.
You knew who she was and what she was doing, and you decided you liked the danger. At the point when you get sick of that, you can't just become an aggressor and threaten somebody's safety. Having said that, I'm gonna say this to you. Do you understand that you were on a continuum of crazy with him?
Yes.
You understand that?
Yes.
You understand that you kept coming at him with different waves and waves of anger and crazy and police and going on, and at some point, somebody's gonna get sick of that. Doesn't excuse it, but do you understand how you brought on your own hysteria? You with me on that one?
To an extent, absolutely, but I just feel that it gets very one-sided because there's a lot.
Will you tell me your side? What has he done to incite that level of dismay and lightning rod behavior on your part?
So in our relationship, he was very controlling. He picked me up for a date and I was late coming out, he would accuse me of sleeping with someone else and yell profusely. If I'm on the phone and I'm breathing too hard, he would say that I was having sex with someone while we were on the phone. He just got really controlling, and he just lashed out a lot, yelled a lot, and every time he did that, it did cause me to react. So a lot of things that happened were my reaction. So I do bring on a level of spontaneity and crazy, in some situations, but it's not the danger that he talked about. I think that our situation was a catalyst for both of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
you were
separate.
just toxic. You had no business being together.
Exactly.
Now, Mr. Scott, would you accuse her of cheating on you? Were you a little jealous? Were you at her about those kind of things?
I was. I mean, who is on the phone and is breathing?
I was trying to sound sexy. That was my sexy voice.
Do you really think, but on a rational and on a real, if she's cheating on you, flagrantly doing the nasty with somebody else, why would she be on the phone with you? Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, now, of course. It makes sense.
But not at the time.
Not at the time, no.
Holy cow. Why? When you said you missed the danger, what did you mean?
I don't know. It was like just mystery, and she's very smart, and that would intrigue me on different levels. And, you know, just the stuff that she did, it would, I don't know. I was kind of excited by the drama, you know, by the things that was happening. But
I got some things I want to say to both of you. And then I got to get to what happened when you had that baby. That was so deep and so dramatic. And those things that were happening while your child was being transferred between the two of you, so deep, so compelling, and so much to say to you about being co-parents to that child, where you're headed, and what you need to do.
What are the warning signs that a relationship might become toxic? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
At some point in your union, you had a baby. And she was pregnant when the chaos happened at the funeral, and you knew that. Did you not?
Yes.
Yes. Did her pregnancy change your point of view with respect to her at all?
No.
It didn't make you feel more protective or considerate of her? Or you were just so toasted by then that you were done?
Yes.
Ms. Cannon, how do you believe he treated you while you were pregnant?
Probably the worst that you could imagine treating a person.
Give me an example of something that he did during your pregnancy.
He left when I came back home after the 15 hours in jail. Everything was gone. Both cars were gone.
He emptied out the apartment?
It looked like he never lived there. And we had lived it together for 4 years. There was no trace of him. So I had no car, I had no vehicle. So I walked to work or caught the bus to work the whole time.
Is that accurate?
That is accurate. The house was not entirely abandoned. I only took my clothes. That's all I took.
But did you take both cars?
Besides the 2 cars, yes, I did take the 2 cars.
Okay.
I figured if she was going to threaten to damage them and destroy them, that they really didn't mean anything. And we only lived...
They didn't mean anything. She's pregnant. Pregnant with your child.
I understand that, but we only lived 10 minutes away from work.
A 10-minute
drive. So she can just hoof her little pregnant behind to work.
We have Uber nowadays. It's not something that we're not living in.
All right, listen. I'm going to adjourn, but I got to come back. I got to talk about the cheating. I got to talk about the birth story, which was deep. I got to talk about the custody story. Now I got to talk about that $15,000 you want. So we're going to adjourn this matter and reconvene. This matter is adjourned.
She was aggressively pursuing me in the house. I couldn't escape.
You were running and just couldn't get away from her.
I couldn't get away.
I found out that he was indeed having an adulterous affair with another woman. I had never known before that. Within 24 hours, he was in Vegas. He
left right after the birth?
Yes.
She had the baby. They put the baby in the NICU.
The neonatal intensive care unit.
Yes.
And you went to Vegas.
Previously on Divorce Court.
In our relationship, he was very controlling. If he picked me up for a date and I was late coming out, he would accuse me of sleeping with someone else.
You don't take responsibility for what you do.
Yes.
You snatched his phone.
I did.
And you ran.
I did.
You chased him through the bathroom.
I said, I broke the rearview mirror. You better check out your Camaro. He said, since you want to break things, I'm going to break your neck.
Did you tell her you were going to break her neck?
divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're reconvening the divorce case of Kevin Scott versus Shay Cannon. When I last spoke to the two of you, we hadn't even gotten to the part where you had the baby. So I want you to tell me what it was like, the power struggle that you were having that led up to the birth occurring in the manner that it did.
About a month after the whole jail experience happened, we started talking again. He started giving me rides, and we reconvened an intimate relationship. So,
is that true?
That's true, but I specifically told her what I was coming back for. And it was to ensure that the pregnancy went well. I came back for the last trimester. I said, you know what? I need to be there to make sure that as you're going to the hospital and helping you out with everything, I'll be there for that. Mm-hmm. But as far as the relationship was considered, I specifically said, this is not a relationship. I'm here as the father of this baby. Correct.
Okay. Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
Now, right before sex, you said, now, I don't really mean this.
Right.
Didn't you believe that would mislead her?
I did. Most of the time, though, I wasn't initiating the intimacy. It was Shay, like, being who she was. She was being aggressive. She would come up to me, let's get it on, you know? So,
Ms. Cannon, were you, while he was there and available, trying to rekindle a relationship? Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, you're in love, you love him, and is that what you were trying to do, or did you heed his warning that he was just there for the baby?
Actually, this is before he even moved back in. Before he moved back in, a month after I came from jail, we started an intimate relationship for 3 months before he even moved back into the house for the baby.
Mr. Scott? Yep.
So
Don't
he
go
only
to Vegas and gamble.
He only came over. I have text message where he only asked to come over specifically for that reason.
Is that true?
That's true.
Wow, Mr.
That was
Scott.
what we had established. Still, as far as the way that it was explained, it wasn't to be, okay, we're gonna be back together. She was like, look, I got needs. And so I said, okay, you know, if we're gonna go about it this way, then this is how it's gonna be. I made a clear outline of how our relationship was gonna go at that point in time. If you wanna just use me for that, then that's all I'll be there for besides taking care of my son.
How did things progress from there, Ms. Cannon?
Yes, so after that, he did say that he was moving in to help with the baby, which I understood that. However, he would send so many mixed signals, such as, oh, we should get a house for the baby, that we need this apartment is not working, you know. So he was making plans for our future. So it was kind of it was confusing because this is how our 8 years was, just back and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
So you thought it was more of the same.
More of the same.
I was going into the co-parenting. I was just trying to make sure that whatever we needed to do, we need to co-parent as smoothly as possible.
Okay, now I want to talk about the day your son was born. Explain to me that circumstance.
So actually, my water broke 2 months early. We were coming back from a doctor's appointment when my water broke. And the reason that I feel like it broke is because we were under so much stress. We were actually arguing about making arrangements for a scheduled birth because I had such a high-risk pregnancy from stress and high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So we were at the doctor's office.
So it was already problematic because you were under stress, you had no car,
yes, studying
all that
for my
was going
brokerage
on.
exam. So I asked Kevin, can we schedule a date together that we can present to my midwife of when we can schedule the delivery because they recommended 36 weeks or no later than 37. So we did not come to an agreement before we went into the office. So we actually had a difference in front of the doctor.
So y'all got at each other at the doctor's office,
just back
fighting
and
about
forth
the delivery
about
date.
the date, and it was just like
what was the problem with getting to a date?
He said he only wanted it delivered on a Friday.
Mr. Scott, is that accurate?
I was just trying to establish a time frame to try and correlate when everything would be smooth for everybody. The date, as far as when the baby was going to be born, you can't control that.
But you can, if you're scheduling a C-section, you can. So you were trying to, because you're trying to talk around it, but if you're scheduling a C-section, that's what you're doing. And you were trying to plan it so it was convenient for you. Yes.
Right. For both of us, though.
Yeah. See, let me tell you where you're not important. You're not important then. Your convenience is not important then. Her life was at risk. Her baby's life is at risk. And for you to want to fuss with her about a date that's convenient for you is childish, small, and wrong. You can die from preeclampsia. You can die from high blood pressure. She can die and the baby can die. And you were going to get into an argument with her about it being convenient for you. That is not a good look. It's not a manly look. Woo!
Within 24 hours, he was in Vegas. He
left right after the birth?
Yes.
She had the baby. They put the baby in the NICU.
The neonatal intensive care unit.
Yes.
And you went to Vegas. So when you guys were arguing about scheduling a C-section, you got so distraught, your water broke.
In the parking lot of our complex at home, my water broke right then. So we went straight to the hospital, and at this point, there was no other signs of labor or delivery except for my water breaking. So they kept me in the hospital. They tried so many methods to induce me, nothing worked. Just medicines, just all kind of things, and nothing worked. So my doctor said that the baby would just come naturally. In the meantime, this was just another inconvenient week for Kevin, because this was a week he had planned to go to Vegas. So he said, well, I'm just gonna still go to Vegas. The baby won't be here when I come back. I said, no, I think you should cancel the trip. And he said, we'll see.
What ended up happening? Did he stay for the birth?
He did. He was there for the birth.
Was he supportive?
Absolutely.
Very good. I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at you about things I'm not gonna be mad about, but you know what I mean? I gotta give you props where you deserve it.
So within 24 hours, he was in Vegas. He
left right after the birth?
Yes.
I was quick on the trigger, wasn't I? Did you leave right after the birth?
It wasn't right after, okay? So
how long after?
It was about 48 hours.
48 hours.
She had the baby, and then I held the baby, did all the beautiful things that you can see in a birth. They put the baby in the NICU, and I made sure that everything was good. I asked
So the baby was in the NICU?
Yes.
The neonatal intensive care unit?
Yes.
2 months premature?
Yes.
And you went to Vegas?
Right. But the doctors assured me that everything was fine. They said his heart rate's good, his lungs are good, everything is good.
Did you feel any obligation to support her throughout that process?
I did, and I did.
From Vegas?
No, not from Vegas, but I was supportive in this entire endeavor.
He didn't come until it was time for us to be discharged. I had nothing for my son. He came with a pink car seat for our son, and nothing for him to wear except for clothes that weren't washed or anything.
Did you come up a little late? Or did you come prepared?
I came up a little late, but she's saying she's all alone, all of this, that, and the other. There were multiple friends that came by, brought clothes, brought diapers, brought all type of stuff. So she's
not the abandoned damsel in distress that she's describing.
Right. There was a number of people that she had supporting her besides myself. And so she wasn't completely abandoned by me, no.
I got you.
I found out that he was indeed having an adulterous affair with another woman. I had never known before that.
Don't you think it was rather wrong for you to move in with her and have sex with her if you ever have sex with somebody else?
Would you cancel your vacation if your child was in the hospital? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So what happened at the hospital when you looked through his phone?
So that very last night when he came back from Vegas, he changed the password on my phone. And I just said, why? So I said, maybe this is his. So I looked and it was his password. So I had access to his phone. When I opened it, a whole world of information just opened my eyes to everything. I found out that he was indeed having an adulterous affair with another woman. I had never known before that.
I'm gonna ask you the bottom question. Is this true?
This is true.
Yes. Were you using protection with either one or both of those women while you were doing that?
I was using protection with the other woman.
With the other woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the other woman know about this woman?
Yes.
Don't you think it was rather wrong for you to move in with her and have sex with her if you ever have sex with somebody else?
Again, that's just something that I had to learn and grow past. She was aggressively pursuing me in the house, even though I set out, you know, hey, let's try not to do this. I tried to sleep in a separate room and everything. I was downstairs, she was upstairs. I couldn't escape.
You were running and just couldn't get away from her.
I'm trying to just help out while I'm there, but I couldn't get away. So
okay, let me tell me about when the baby's name. Check this out. It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, the baby's name is
Isn't
cool.
that ironic? Two of the most hot-headed, crazy folk I ever met named their baby Cool. You guys wouldn't know Cool if it fell on your head. But tell me about what happened when you two were trying to exchange Cool.
Yes, so I was studying for some licensing, and it was a very stressful process. So I was arranging to meet Kevin to give him Cool. When we met, I told him, you know, there's extra breast milk in the bag. Do you mind keeping him overnight? And he said, no way, no how. I said, I'm really tired, I'm really stressed out. Just one night, could you keep him? And he said, no. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna sit in your car until you take our son and put him in your car.
Now we all know it didn't happen like that, right? You didn't say politely, oh, I know, I'm going to sit in my car. You went up and ragged.
No, that's exactly what happened. He'll tell you. I said, and then I proceeded to sit in his car, and then that's when the back and forth, the exchange happened, where I tried to stay in the car, and he tried to get me out of the car.
Mr. Scott, what happened?
So what happened was she came over to me. I took Cool out of the car. I'm putting him in her car. I'm putting the car seat in there, right? She gets right up on me and says, you're taking Cool. And I said, no, I'm not. And that's when she darts over to my phone or to my car and proceeds to sit in it. So I run over there and I'm like, okay, I'm about to get you out the car. So I was about to pull on her and I grabbed her arm and I pulled a little bit and I said, hey, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I said, I'm not finna go through this entire situation all over again. I'm gonna just go ahead and take Cool and I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna fuss at both of you, but before I fuss at you, I gotta figure out whether or not you owe her $15,000.
What is the greatest challenge of co-parenting after a breakup? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Ms. Cannon, you say he owes you $15,000. Why don't you tell me actually $14,500. Why do you believe he owes you that amount of money?
After insurance paid for the birth of our son, we still had expenses left, totaling $20,000. So
whose insurance were you on?
Mine.
Do you have the bills reflecting that?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, what do you say about that $20,000? Have you seen the
$20,000
bills? Do you believe it? Do you believe you ought to pay half?
Absolutely. The $20,000, the half of that, that's perfectly fine. In fact, as of right now, she's under my insurance. Mm-hmm. So I've been paying for that for about 1.5 years now. Oh, okay. So there's,
she's under your insurance because you're married and your child is under your insurance.
Correct.
But she had to come out, they're still coming after you personally for the $20,000.
Correct.
Okay. So you know you need to pay 10 of that,
Absolutely.
right? You're good.
Absolutely.
You're good on that. Tell me about the rest of the money. You want $3,000 for emotional distress and time off work, $1,500 for a car.
So for the car that he took, We had 2 cars, and it was complete understanding that the car was mine. I drove the car 85% of the time. I paid for the $1,500 down payment, and I paid every month out of my bank account for the car payments. So the car was gone. I needed to buy a new car. I didn't have a car for 3 months, and then I bought a new one. What I'm asking him for, I could ask him for more for the car, but I'm simply asking for the down payment that I originally paid for that car.
Did you take that car from her that she put a down payment on and did not give her access to it ever again?
This was a mutual agreement to get this car, first of all. And second of all, as far as the payments were considered, we split everything down the middle in the house.
Yeah, but you took both
time.
cars. You didn't split the cars down the middle, did you?
Right, but she was the one who told me we need to get this car. And when we got the car, she said, just put it in your name because it's yours. That's why I had the car.
Yeah, but y'all married though, right?
Right.
And you can't have both cars. She gets one. That's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? She gets one, $1,500. Now tell me about the $3,000 you want.
So after I found out, so back to the cheating. What I found out was I opened the phone and this whole just world opened up to me. Even when I was in the hospital, when he would leave and I was on Pitocin, he was gone. He said he was getting
Ms.
food.
Cannon, let me stop you right there.
The 3,000.
No,
okay.
No. You not get, first of all, you can't get an emotional distress for that kind of thing in a marriage because people would be just throwing money. My husband and I would be throwing tens of thousands of dollars at each other all the time. That's number one. And if you want to talk emotional distress, the stuff you did about running in the bank and the house and all that kind of stuff, come on now. You were both just distressing people and you distressed one another. So you're not going to get any emotional distress. No, that conversation is over with. On a side note, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You want to be a motivational speaker, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
After everything that I've learned and all the experiences, and now having my son.
Mr. Scott, might I just suggest that you not hold your personal experiences in such grand favor as if that it's taught you something, great. You know what I mean? It was really dumb to do in the beginning. And then the fact that you have survived stupid and still behave rather badly with respect to the baby doesn't make you a man that should lead others. I would say that. Having said that, I will say this, $10,000 for half of those bills and $1,500 for the car, that's $11,500 in favor of Ms. Cannon, and it's ordered.
Moving forward, I would like to communicate with Kevin specifically about the needs of our child and how we can create a great relationship just so that our son can flourish.
I would love for us to co-parent as smoothly as possible. Whenever we interact, Shay brings up drama. So as long as we can just keep things short between each other, we can have a smooth co-parenting relationship.
Today on Divorce Court.
Aaron, your ways is not the holy grail of all ways, Mr. Prodigal Son, that you think that you are.
Cher's verbally abusive. You shouldn't be speaking to me that way.
When it comes to me and my mouth, I just have no chill.
We used to have sex multiple times a day. Can't go from that to nothing at all. It's like going from steak to going to hamburger helper. Nobody wants that. It was no need to get married if that's what you wanted to go for.
You can't sex somebody if they don't look sexable and they hygiene looking all terrible. You run around here looking like a Miss Dwarf Rick Ross. Nobody want all that mess on their face. You're not ZZ Top. Cut that mess off.
We can never find that common ground to move forward. If it's not gonna be conducive for both people, it's no need for even having it. That's why I think we need this divorce.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sherry Shepard and Aaron Shepard. Mr. and Mrs. Shepard, you have been married for 9 years, but separated for the last 2, and you do not want to be married anymore. Ms. Shepard, you want $3,200 from Mr. Shepard as you leave this union. But before we get to that, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why you're here in divorce court today?
Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm just tired of being broke, busted, and disgusted, okay? When I got married to Mr. Shepard, I had a job, he had a job, we keep jobs, we do what we do, and we have nice things, okay? Right. Somehow, somewhere down the line, he thought my mindset of having a mediocre life was going to change. That's never going to change. I like things, and if I have to work 40, 50, 60, 80 hours to obtain those things, I'm going to do what I have to do. And I expect him to do the same thing, but he doesn't. He's a penny pincher, and I can't deal with that.
Give me some examples of his penny pinching.
Okay, one example, we had a family cruise. I had a daughter who graduated college. I want to go on this cruise. It costed a certain amount of money. Well, we talked about this, we planned this, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to put half, put the deposit down, and you're going to have to pay the rest of it. Well, I put the deposit down, and then every time it came for the payments, Mr. Shepard wouldn't pay, so I had to pay. And then we get to the point to where it's time to go on the cruise. I'm like, look, okay, since I paid for the cruise, can you just pay for the transportation to Florida, from Florida, and pay for all the excursions? Oh yeah, I got that. He worked, he's supposed to have it. He always say he don't got no money, but he always have money because he always stashed it somewhere. So we get down to the cruise. He paid for us to get down there. We get on the cruise. I want to go do all these excursions that I had planned. We don't got no money. All of a sudden, I don't got that. We can't do this. But he managed to buy him like a half a case of some expensive wine, or actually liquor, so he could bring back home and sell it half for himself. Okay?
You can't deny he has an entrepreneurial spirit. Mr. Shepard, what happened with respect to the cruise?
Okay, so, Your Honor, pretty much what happened, I started working when we first set up for it, I was unemployed for a little bit. I started driving cabs. I drove for like 30 straight days. I did have some money. In retrospect to what she says, yes, some of it, I did not come up with the amount that she did want me to, but I did come up with what I felt was fair and what I was able to come up with at the time.
You did the best you could.
Exactly, because I had other bills and stuff to pay that I was paying, and like I said, prior to that, I was unemployed for a little bit, but I did contribute to it, and she likes to make it like I didn't do anything at all, which is definitely
Mrs. Shepard, what are you dying to say?
All I'm saying is you can't use the word fair. Fair means the cruise is $6,200, you pay your $31. That's fair. You didn't pay half of the cruise, and then past that, I paid it, it's good. Fair would be you pay the trip going down, the trip coming back, and excursions in between. That's fair. You can't use words fair when you're not going to do what's fair.
Let me ask you this. There's the word fair, and there's the word capacity. And capacity means what he's able to do.
Capacity
was he employed to the extent that he would have enough to pay his bills and put that amount of money on a discretionary event?
That's of no never mind to me.
Really?
She's right, Your Honor. She's telling the truth on that.
That's of no.
Absolutely.
When
you don't care.
When you sit down and you plan, and you come up with this plan, then you hold the plan. You don't devour. He had a job. He left that job. Did he tell you that?
When you made plans, he had a job?
Yes.
What happened with this particular job? Do you recall?
He'll tell you they don't fire him. He walks away because he gets agitated. He don't like how somebody's talking to him. I work in mental health. I don't like how patients come running at me. I don't like how people come targeting me. But I still have my job. I don't like going to work every day. I want to sit on my butt. But no, I always have to go to work.
Mr. Shepard, are you one for walking off jobs?
I have left a job or two, definitely. And
what is behind that?
Usually it's to me it feels like I'm being disrespectful. Like I deal with a lot at jobs. I'm willing to take a lot of different things, but I don't like being totally disrespectful. I believe what happened the time before
what
that.
What constitutes totally disrespectful? Because it seems to happen to you a lot, or at least fairly often.
It happens a fair amount of times. Just people, when it gets to the point that I feel like either I need to go or I'm gonna have to lay my hands on somebody, I think instead of me going to jail and her having to come spend money to bail me out of jail because I didn't attack somebody at work, I think it's best for me to leave that environment. That's the way I look at it. I'm not a violent person, but for me to feel that way, I'm a very calm, cool, collective individual.
Do you think you get angry or upset quickly or easily?
No, absolutely not.
Because most people don't have to walk off jobs fairly frequently because of the way they're spoken to. So it would seem to indicate that the common denominator is you getting annoyed by what average bosses say.
And usually I ignore that. I blow it off, I gaff it off, it's not a big issue, but sometimes it is like to a point where I think, you know, it's best that we vacate the situation so it's not a major issue for everybody. Because then if we got to spend bail money for me to get out, that's another bill's not paid.
I understand that. That's neither here nor there. Why don't you tell me what else he does with respect to employment that makes you busted, broke, and disgusted?
That alone is enough for me. When you are a husband and you are a father, you don't have the liberty to just walk off of something without having something secure. That's just it. I come from a family, and I chill with people where our responsibilities is our responsibilities. So if I have to go get 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever it is, you go do what you have to do and you make it work. The answer is never, I don't got this.
Right.
And he's okay with, I don't have this. I'm not okay with that. I'm never going to be okay with that.
My thing is this, what I was gonna say is, she says that, and then it's to the point where I'm working, because I've worked 2 and 3 jobs before. I've worked 60, 70 hours a week, and then it becomes an issue of her complaining. Oh, well, you working too much. When you gonna take time to see your kids? When you gonna have time to do this? It can't be both. Either you want me working and making all the money, or you want me working. Yeah, like I can't do it. Can't be right and left. It can't be up and down.
Do you complain when he works hard?
I do complain at times, but the same thing, I'm constantly working overtime, but I still come home, wash clothes, clean, cook, take care of them same dang children, take them to doctor's appointments and everything, even on my lunch break.
Right.
So I don't understand. And then I have time to try to sleep with you, even in my time, just lay there and say, get it. But it happens. You get your bed, and it's all good, and I can go to sleep to start the next day.
Yeah. Mr. Shepard, I'm getting a picture of a woman who feels like she's giving everything and getting nothing in return. I also understand there's some issues with respect to cheating, so I want to turn and speak to those.
One day I walked up on this video that he took of him instructing some female to play with her womanly parts. No woman on this planet is gonna let you videotape their vajayjay, but you ain't sticking no dipsticks nowhere near it.
Mrs. Shepard, you say you've caught Mr. Shepard in some compromising situations. Why don't you tell me about what's going on?
Yes, ma'am. For a long time, I thought he was cheating on me because my body was having different issues that I never had, okay? But one day I walked up on this video that he took of him instructing some female to play with her womanly parts, okay? And she's doing it. So in my head, there's no way he trying to tell me, oh, that was just a video, we ain't have no sex. No woman on this planet that I can be clear of, at least I think, I don't know, y'all can tell me, but it's gonna let you videotape their vajayjay, but you ain't sticking no dipsticks nowhere near it.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Okay, you had 2 videos of 2 separate looking chicks, so they both just let you videotape their vajayjays?
Mr. Shepard, what happened with respect to the videos?
Now, as far as the videos go, yeah, I will say it was video in my phone. However, no, it was no intercourse. It was something that I was doing, another one of my little...
What were you doing?
One of my other entrepreneur avenues that I was pursuing. And, you know, I've never cheated on my wife before. I'm not a cheater. I don't condone it. I don't like it. We've had issues with her when it comes to her being sneaky.
Then what about
you're
the chick when I went up to her
those
job?
videos were porn videos that you were going to say.
Yeah, I'm a director. I wasn't in it. I'm not there.
Directing on his phone, Your Honor.
Well, I'm going to record half of it. If I'm going to record, I'm going to record the whole thing. thing, right? Why? You feel what I'm saying. If you're going to record something, record half of it.
Leave Joe alone.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
He don't even want to hear about it. He certainly don't want to talk about it.
And then she brings up this stuff, but yeah, I catch her in the middle of the night texting guys she love them and things like this, 3 o'clock in the morning on instant message. Now that's direct. That ain't no falsified evidence or anything else. That's actually reality. That's going on. You're meeting up with guys. You're having them take you to meet guys and things. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You supposed to be getting tutored, but you in movie theaters watching movies. That ain't no. You studying in the movie theater in the dark. Who study in the dark? Please tell me.
We was done studying.
You study in the dark. Okay.
So, Mrs. Shepard, we're going to have to turn to you. Are you making inappropriate phone calls and doing inappropriate things with other men?
No, ma'am, that's not inappropriate. No, let me tell you something. The guy that I told I love you to, I will always love him. He is still a best friend of mine to this day. I was going through a rough situation, and he paid the down deposit from my place and for me and my kids to be okay. This is before me and him.
It was a friendly I
love you. He had been going through some things, and I had let him know, look, I love you. I will always love you. And I'm going to tell you to your face, to his face, I don't care, because it is what it is.
Okay, I got you.
But the friend with the movie theater, he was tutoring me, and I passed my class, and it was his birthday, and so I went to the movie.
I bet you did pass that class, I'm sure. He passed his too, didn't he?
So I'm going to turn my attention. Mr. Shepard, you say there are other sneaky things that she does, and I want to know what they are.
We were supposed to be going out to dinner. All of a sudden, she gets a call, and now she needs me to go take her to meet somebody somewhere. She gets out of the car, rides to their car, gets in there. It's in there for almost 10 minutes, whatever long it was. It was too long for my comfort. Plus, you want me to park way down here for what?
Is it possible to keep a relationship if you can't keep a job? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Shepard, you say your wife canceled on you with an event and then went out with someone else. Why don't you tell me what happened?
So yeah, pretty much what it was, Your Honor, we were supposed to be going out to dinner. We had both been I had been at work out running all day. She had running errands and things like that. And then we met up finally. And in the middle of us supposed to be going to dinner, out to eat something that was her idea, Your Honor, because we hadn't been spending time. All of a sudden, she gets a call, and now she needs me to go take her to meet somebody somewhere. Now, we get to this parking lot. It's at a little restaurant. And she tells me, oh, park right here, but yet they park about 10 spaces way down. She gets out of the car, rides to their car, gets in there. It's in there for almost 10 minutes, whatever long it was. It was too long for my comfort. Plus, you want me to park way down here for what? If you just going to talk to somebody or meet somebody to get whatever it is, what'd you get?
Well, let's see. What'd you get?
I don't even remember that situation, and he could have brought us behind to the window if that's what he wanted. I wouldn't even give a damn.
She don't remember nothing when it's her turn.
Do you think she would have brought you along for an illicit interaction?
Yeah. Yes.
You really do?
I do.
Okay.
Because what was the purpose of it?
I got it, Mr. Shepard.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Shepard, I'm going to ask you this. You say that he's verbally abusive. Why don't you tell me?
No, he's not verbally abusive. I'm the verbally abusive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You say she's verbally abusive.
She is. Absolutely.
Why don't you tell me about that?
Okay, so like one of the times she's telling me to get the F out the house, okay? So we talking about whatever. She gets upset. Well, you can just get the F out.
It ain't
fine,
whatever.
I'll
You calling
leave.
me selfish, and I'm not selfish.
Stop.
I'm like, that's fine. I'll leave. I'm getting my stuff together. She's like, you're not moving fast enough, you bitch. Throwing my stuff down the hallway. And I'm like, yeah, you're being real selfish. And then she throws my DVD player and cracks it up against the wall and it breaks. This is ridiculous. Like, she's talking to me this way. Like, she wants to be the man. I'm supposed to be the man. She wants me to take charge, and then she doesn't want me to take charge. Like, she's confused. Like I said, she like to live in a falsified reality, y'all.
Right.
And then you're calling me MFers and all this other stuff. That's not my name.
Right.
I don't call you those things. I don't call you out your name. I call your name. I call you Sherry.
I got
Your
you.
Honor, she feels like she can express any and everything that she feels isn't the way that she wants it to go until it's my turn to talk about what I want to talk about. And then all of a sudden, it's a problem. It's whining, you complaining, why you bringing up old stuff, this and that. But you'll bring up stuff from any Timbuktu, under the rock, anything you can find and think of at the time, because it's not you. And then when it turns to you, face the own mirror that you like putting up to other people. That's the way I see it.
I face my mirrors.
I got you. I'm so glad you're getting a divorce. I don't know what to do. But I do do know what I need to do next, and that's determine whether or not Mrs. Shepard is owed $3,200 from you, Mr. Shepard, and that's what we're going to talk about.
What do you expect your partner to do if they're between jobs? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mrs. Shepard, you say Mr. Shepard owes you $3,200. Why do you say that?
I had a Montero Sport.
Uh-huh.
I asked him not to drive my vehicle. I was getting my vehicle prepared to be a part of a truck club. I didn't want the vehicle touched, right? I get in the shower, I come out, my truck's gone, he's gone. I get a call from his mom, and his mom's like, he's been in a bad accident. So the same truck I told him not to get in,
he got in.
He got in it, and it got wrecked, like completely totaled out. The reason I'm asking for the money is because when I went to go get a new vehicle, one, his insurance paid for it, but they downgraded the value of my vehicle, so I only got like $1,200 back. And then the vehicle I needed to get was costing $3,200.
Mm-hmm.
So I put that towards it, and I had to take a little bit of money out my 401k in order to get me a new vehicle. And I'm more upset not with the fact that he wrecked my car, but the fact that he thought that since his insurance handled it, he didn't have to help me come up with a down payment for another vehicle.
Okay.
If you'd have never got in the car, it wouldn't have been
It never
wrecked.
would have happened. Mr. Shepard, your response to that?
Yes, I did take the car, Your Honor. She claims that she told me not to drive it. I didn't hear. We drive each other's cars all the time. Anytime she want to drive my car, it's not a problem. The reason I took her car was because I had just brought this new CD. Her sound system was better in that car at the time, so I wanted to hear my CD in the car. Now, I went to my mom. I had to handle some business. On the way coming back, a drunk driver wound up hitting me.
Okay.
It wasn't my fault. It wasn't me driving reckless. If it was, every time we go somewhere, she wouldn't ask me to drive and not want to drive herself.
I got you. Mrs. Shepard, his insurance paid you. You're only allowed to get recompensed for the amount of money that you actually lost. Your loss is based upon the car that you had and how much it would be to replace that car at that age in that condition. And that's what the insurance company gave you. What you want is money on top of that in an effort to replace the car, which is not what the courts do. So I can't give you that. Mrs. Shepard, you're done and it's over with. I would say to you, be less interested in nice things. Be more interested in kind acts. I think that you are somewhat enamored of that which the Joneses had.
No.
Oh, yeah, you do. And you got to work all this extra time to do a cruise and all that kind of stuff. I work for nice things, and if I got to work 60, 70 hours to get nice things, then just check your program. That's all I'm saying. Mr. Shepard, behave a little better. But there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
I would like to make this divorce legal now. I'm done. Don't want no more. Finish, finito, down the block. Period.
Sherry's ready to go ahead and get this divorce over with, so am I. I think we're better off as friends, being co-parents, but as far as relationship, I think it needs to be completely dissolved.
Today on Divorce Court.
After 20 years of being together, I believe that Clarita and I may have grown apart.
We can't communicate at all. We don't see eye to eye on anything. Chris is an idiot.
The way she calls me names is disgusting and degrading.
The love life is non-existent.
We don't have a sexual relationship at all anymore.
Chris is a beauty queen. I'm literally allergic to Chris.
I just can't take it anymore.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Clarita Simmons and Chris Simmons. The two of you have been together for 19 years, married for 11, and have 6 children together. You have also been to the divorce court before. So we're going to take a look at what happened last time and figure out what happened between last time and this time that has brought you here again.
My sister was murdered, and Chris actually intervened and saved my life at that time. My sister was like my angel. I could go to her for anything when I couldn't go to Chris for it. She was my ride or die chick. We would ride out and catch him cheating. I'm jumping out the car, breaking windows,
She wouldn't catch me
flattening
cheating.
tires.
She might have caught me somewhere where she thought I was cheating.
No,
she did not per
he
se
would be
see
cheating.
me
See you actually touching
a woman or even talking to a woman.
He would be cheating.
I risked my life for her and the kids, Your Honor.
Oh, absolutely. And
I can't show no more love than what I did. And it's like she still not even giving me recognition for that.
I remember you, because you showed up like Superman. Someone was in the house and you came and stood in between the guy with the, oh yes, I remember you. Indeed I do. Indeed I do.
Thank you.
So, Mrs. Simmons, what has happened since then?
Chris has continued to cheat. Since the show, he confessed with having an affair with one of my family members. Chris was deeply in love with this family member, I believe.
Mr. Simmons, were you having an illicit liaison with one of her family members?
No, not at that time, Your Honor. Not at all.
Not at, no, wait a minute.
Not at all.
You done already blown it. When you say not at that time, that meant at some time you did have an illicit relationship with a family member.
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
You did?
I did, Your Honor. And
Yeah. How long did that last?
It lasted maybe a couple years, Your Honor. I confess. I confessed about it, Your Honor. I confessed about it.
Maybe about 4 or 5 years.
Well, you did a lot of cheating while I was going the last few years as well, so we're not going to, let's talk about that. So,
I don't even know what to say. What did I tell you after the first time I saw you?
I should have left Chris.
Right.
I should have
Why
left
did
him.
you stay?
I stayed for my kids, Your Honor. It's been really tough on my kids, and because I come from a broken home, I've always given more of myself to everybody else than to me. So in this process of me trying to make things work for the kids, I was the one who was losing more and more pieces of myself.
Right, right. You say she's the one cheating, though. So why
Yes,
don't you
she's-
tell me why you believe that?
I believe she's cheating now since she has her job now. She goes out on business outings. I'm not allowed to go. This one
Why
time.
would she take you to her job?
Not at work. They're going out like to go shoot pool. They're going out to eat. She doesn't allow me to come. So
you think she's cheating?
No. One instance, she was at work and she made a post on Facebook saying that she was hot on her bus. She's a bus driver. So one of her coworkers commented, "Oh, are you hot and ready? Are you hot and ready?" Well,
Your Honor, he was talking about a hot coach.
no. My daughter comes to me and say, "Dad, we all know what hot and ready mean."
You didn't show it to your daughter, did you?
No, it was on social media. It was on Facebook. I didn't have to show her.
Please, people, please be careful about what you post. Your children are watching. She can't control what other people post on her social media. You do understand that,
Yeah,
right?
I understand that.
She can delete them, but she can't stop it in the beginning.
She deleted me. They still friends on Facebook.
Did you delete him?
I deleted him because every post that I put on Facebook, Your Honor, he has a problem with it. I've dealt with insecurity for so many years because of him cheating and then stemming from my childhood. So I take pictures now to capture my moments when I'm feeling great about myself. He don't like me taking pictures. He don't like me smiling.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Hang on, let her finish.
He don't really want me working, but that's what pays majority of the bills. I just want to reclaim my life. I know my sister's looking down on me, and she wants me to be happy. I can't be happy with Chris. He show up to my job, causing problems.
What did he do when he showed up to your job? What happened?
Anymore. He accused me of, I work with like hundreds of men. He accused me of the men there. He yells. It's embarrassing.
So he just came up and started hooping and hollering?
Mm-hmm. He approached one coworker and asked her if I had been seeing two other guys at my job.
What do you say happened?
Okay, well, yes, I did approach her. That this coworker knows her family members.
Mm-hmm.
So her family member tell me, well, it's two guys that she know that she's messing with at work. she started messing with the new guy because she was mad at the old guy. I say, oh, wow.
True.
So,
Ms. Simmons, is that accurate?
That's not true.
So it's just coincidental that the day that the family member called and told me this, I saw her while I was dropping Clarita off at work. Coincidental.
My family's his best friend.
No, we're not best friends.
But did you go up on the job and start some stuff? Did that happen?
I just questioned the person that was that. I didn't start any problems. No trouble at all.
But you went up to the job, though.
Yes, I went up to the job. I had to drop her off. So in the process of me dropping her off, I saw that person.
I got you.
He turned around, did a 360 and came back.
Yes, I sure did. I sure did, Your Honor. I sure did.
Now, Mrs. Simmons, you also say that your trust and jealousy has also been implicated because of some things you found, one of which being the fact that he paid for another woman's abortion. So I want you to tell me how you found out about that and what you believe that means.
Me and him, we literally have no love life. I am like allergic to this man. If he touched me, my skin, it literally crawls.
I
turn into a ninja automatically. I get to flipping and flopping and, I mean, I get out of that bed quickly.
So, Mrs. Simmons, tell me how you found out about Mr. Simmons paying for another woman's abortion, and what do you think that meant?
He left his phone home, and I picked the phone up and began to text another family member, and I acted as if I was him. I said, why don't you call old girl for me? Shoot me the number, because you know I don't have it in this phone. So they sent me the number, and I talked to the girl, and she told me that she didn't know he was married, that she'd been pregnant. He paid for an abortion. After she found out that he was married, she didn't want to keep the kid.
That is not true, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Simmons, what do you say happened?
Well, the young lady did know I was married, and at that time, yes, I did. I truly admit that I did cheat with the young lady because my wife was not being a wife at the time. So.
Do you understand why she wasn't being a wife at the time?
No,
do you get that?
No, because that happened before the family member.
So you're saying you were put in a position where there was no love in the house, so you had to go elsewhere.
Yes, that's it.
Why don't you explain to me what the household was like that prompted you to become a serial philanderer?
Okay, Your Honor. Like, when we was on the show last time, that she's not affectionate. She shows me no affection. She always complaining, saying that I'm more feminine than her. She verbally abused me, calling me
because you lay around like a mermaid.
Stop. Go ahead.
No, I help contribute to the bills. I still pay 40% of the bill, so I don't understand where she's saying that I'm a snob and I'm not trying to help her. We have one incident that she come home from an outing, whereas she usually changes her clothes in the bedroom, but this specific day she changes in the laundry room, Your Honor. So I'm trying to figure out, well, why are you changing in the laundry room? You usually change in the bedroom. What, maybe you have some cologne or something that you didn't want to smell. So when I question her about it, she tells me that she's grown. She don't have to explain anything to me.
Do you recall that incident, Ms. Simmons?
I do recall that incident. He knows how finicky I am about outside clothes. So I want to get those clothes in the washer right away.
But you usually change in the bedroom. That was just out of the blue.
He's
you don't
just
do
looking
that.
and picking.
No.
He looking for any excuse because me and him, we literally have no love life. I am like allergic to this man. Like, I break out in hives.
Explain the allergy, please.
If he touched me, my skin, it literally crawls.
I
turn into a ninja automatically. I get to flipping and flopping, and I mean, I get out of that bed quickly.
Mr. Simmons, what did you want to say?
I say after 20 years, how can you say if I touch you or try? First you tell me I'm not trying to be affectionate or passionate. So when I do, you tell me that's creepy. After 20 years, Your Honor, how can that be creepy? 20 years and 6 kids? There's no way possible I can see that being creepy. Unless
I can tell you how it's creepy. It's creepy because you have been elsewhere. No. It's creepy because you've been elsewhere more than once, on a number of occasions, on an ongoing basis. So she doesn't know where you've been, what you've been doing. If you believe you've gotten this girl pregnant, that means you're not using protection. So you can bring anything home. That's why it's creepy. I'm just telling you, that's why it's creepy.
was one incident to where they claim I was cheating with this woman. So Clarita reached out to the woman, and they had a verbal argument on social media. She gets mad at me because I said, I'm too old to be condoning that. I'm not about to engage in no argument on social media.
Are you discussing what's happening in your house on Facebook?
Does sex with your partner feel different after they've cheated? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So tell me about the consternation you have with her family and social media.
Oh, the social media, they would say one thing and then it goes from just being in the family to worldwide. I can't stand the worldwide social media business. That's one thing I do not
What do
engage.
they post on Facebook? Do they post comments? What are they doing?
Yeah, they post a lot of comments. It's really mainly Clarita posting the comments. Like, it was one incident to where they claim I was cheating with this woman. I just know of her. We never cheated. So Clarita reached out to the woman, and they had a verbal argument on social media. She gets mad at me because I said, I'm too old to be condoning that. I'm not about to engage in no argument on social media about my life. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
It's not the world's business to know what's going on in my household, so I'm not going to do that.
Are you discussing what's happening in your house on Facebook?
No. I used to be really bad
That
at
was
it.
a yes.
No. All I wanted Chris to do was at least address the issue. If you said that you're not with this woman and this woman is on Facebook saying that it is so, you won't even go on there and tell her that it's not true. Like, you're making me look crazy out here. Like, I'm going to bat and defending you. What am I defending? Something that died a long time ago. This marriage has been...
You say that you cheated in response to her being distant and unloving. What do you think prompted that from her?
I don't know, Your Honor. I do not know. I do not know.
Have you ever inquired? Have you ever talked about it? Have you ever discussed the
communication level is zero. She do not want to have. She don't listen to me at all. It's nothing.
But do you listen to her?
Yes, all the time. Yes, I do.
And she didn't tell you, because women will tell you.
No, she didn't say.
Did you tell him?
I tell him when we
now.
do talk.
Tell
I tell
him
him
what
all
caused
the time.
This. Tell him.
He talked to my entire family. He talked to them more than I do, and it caused a big rip between us because they secret keepers. They keep his secrets and he keep theirs.
Your family keeps his secret?
My family keeps his secret. But let me do one thing. They'll be blowing him up. Oh, Chris, she did this, she did this. When you two were split up, she went on a date. Yes, she did. Because she wants to walk into her own destiny. She wants to be happy. I'm tired of going through this with Chris. Like, I'm wasting a lot of good years. I'm almost half 100, Your Honor. It's time to get this ball rolling.
I don't know where the sad is coming from. I don't know where the empty is. I don't know what it is you're not. I mean, I know some of the things that are the problem, that are obvious and glaring and shining and, going off like firecrackers. But there's a deep sadness in you and a lack of fulfillment. And I'm going to try to address that and address him and address what I see as the most viable future for the both of you.
How do you know when to say when with a marriage? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
As I said, I believe there's a deep sadness in you and you are tremendously and deeply unfulfilled. I think he is a lot of the problem. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but I do know that a lot of times in relationships, women become smaller and smaller and smaller, trying to feed the relationship in the other person. And if that other person is worried about himself, he's having sex with other people, having sex with your own family member, that shows a deep disregard for your person. And usually that's not isolated. Usually that deep disregard speaks in all manner of forms, and in not hearing you when you need things, and not understanding you, and not feeling you. So I believe that occurred. I'm not sure if it did or not. I don't think you were able to articulate it, but I believe you're in that hole of a whittled away woman who has a guy to whom she does not matter. And that is the sole rubric by which you measure yourself, and now you feel like you're zero. Mr. Simmons, you did that too. I don't, I know you say, well, she's distant from me. She's distant for a reason. And I think a lot of people in a relationship, as long as their needs are satisfied, they don't pursue the needs of the other person. They don't look. If they're told, they're not really listening. And I think you were told, but you weren't really listening. It might be that you didn't say it.
I've said it, Your Honor.
But I don't know. But a deeply unhappy woman, I mean, you can read that from Missouri. You can, and I don't think you cared, and I don't think you did anything about it. So she turned away, and then you turned to other women, and then it was over. If you two co-parent correctly, if you two find it, put a period on this romance thing and who was wrong and who did what to whom, and decide that you two are going to join hands and parent these 6 children as a team, that's the most important thing in your life, and that he's going to go on and do what he does, and she's going to go on and do what she does. You can't get mad about it. You can't do anything about it, because her romantic life is no longer relevant to you, and his is not relevant to you. But to co-parent those children meaningfully, they can survive a divorce well, if you behave yourselves well. So, Mr. Simmons, you wanted $3,000 in transitional support. Tell me how much you make, how much she makes, and why you believe you are entitled to $3,000.
Okay, well, I make about $1,200 a month, so she makes double the amount I make or more.
You make about $2,400 a month?
Yes.
Where are the kids living, or will be living?
They'll live with me, Your Honor.
Are you gonna take the kids?
Yeah, well, I can take the kids too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you guys aren't separated yet.
No.
Now, this matter it's not ready yet. You know, it's too soon to ask for support when you're both in the same household. I got to know where the kids are. I got to know where everybody's gone in order to say, I need to transfer money from this person to that person. Because the one thing I know I'm not going to do is take food out of those babies' bellies. So, once you determine who's going to take who and who's doing what to whom, then you can revisit this issue. But it is not now ripe, and I cannot address it. So there will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
After 20 years and 6 kids, I'm ready to move on from this marriage. I wish Chris nothing but the best. If I could help him find a woman, I would. I just want to take off running.
As far as co-parenting, I hope that we can co-parent and still be parents to the kids without disruption.
Today on Divorce Court.
When Wayne drinks, he's very obnoxious.
If I had one drink, she would think I'm an alcoholic.
Because of Wayne's drinking, I have lost my apartment, some very good friends of mine, my family, career. I took a bullet for him. He needs to get help.
I thought about marrying Linda, but I don't believe that we're ready yet. When we have arguments, it's like fire versus fire between Linda and I. You just can't put it out.
If he doesn't change, then we're gonna be over.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Linda Smith and Wayne Covington. The two of you have been together for 1.5 years. You do not have any children together, but your relationship is in trouble. Ms. Smith, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, Wayne has a huge drinking problem, and it's hurting other people, and he doesn't realize it's hurting himself. Like, for instance, 8 months ago, we went to a party in Stockton, and it was loud and crazy.
Boisterous, lot going on.
Yes. And so Wayne, he was drunk and he was being loud saying, oh, I can take on anybody, just start causing problems. And one guy came up to him and had a shotgun to his face. And so he hit him in the head. And after that, like, I was trying to
The other guy hit him in the head.
Yeah, the other guy hit him in the head, and then a fight broke out. And so after that, like, I tried to calm everybody down. One of the guys turned towards me and shot me in my foot. And after that, I saw them, like, the guys, they tried to get in the way, it's like, tried to beat him up some more. And I kind of took that opportunity to get help. And when I was
shot in the foot and you went to get help?
Yes.
And you were drunk, scuffling. Is this true, Mr. Covington?
Correct.
Okay. Do you remember that incident, or is this not?
I remember.
There's nothing in there. You remember that?
remember
You remember her getting shot?
It happened.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah. Did you feel badly about that?
I did. I did feel bad.
Yeah. Do you remember what you were beefing about? Not that it matters, because you were drinking.
First, so I don't consider myself a drunk, and I did get drunk that night, but we shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Why shouldn't you have been there in the first place?
I told her I had a real bad gut feeling about going. So.
So why didn't you just not go?
She was the only, I was the only ride she had there.
Uh-huh. So it's her fault.
It's her fault why we were there, but it's my fault why I was.
If you had a bad feeling about going someplace, wouldn't it behoove you to stay sober while you were there because you had thoughts that things might not turn out well? I'm just asking.
It was a party, though.
It was a
everybody
party,
was
though.
wrecked.
Do you think you have any problem with alcohol at all?
Well, yes.
Yeah, okay. How much do you drink on average?
I used to drink. I don't drink anymore.
Okay. You don't drink at all?
At all.
When you were drinking, how much were you drinking?
I would consume maybe a pint a day, maybe every other day.
A pint of what? A pint of beer?
Like Remy.
Oh, a pint of cognac?
Yeah, cognac.
Well, that's a lot of cognac, isn't it?
And I was fine, but I felt fine.
Oh, I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Miss Smith, do you agree with him that he has in fact quit drinking, or is he telling me an untruth?
He's telling you an untruth, Your Honor.
How often does he drink now?
Well, he still drinks every day, but like it's not like
he doesn't get drunk every day.
We're not drunk every day. It's like more of a tipsy type. It's kind of hard to explain, Your Honor. Okay. Like, it's for instance, like after my shooting,
right
after I got shot in my foot,
right.
I was in a wheelchair and they sent me home. He had his friends over and they was drinking, and they was being loud and obnoxious.
Right.
And so I woke up. I was on very heavy medication.
Sure. Yeah.
So
you've been
to wake
shot.
up, to be woke up from that, you know. So I willed myself to the room, and I see his friends there. Your Honor, I do not like his friends at all, and I told him so many times I don't like his friends. They always be disruptive. One of them pretended to have a seizure and drool and spit on my floor when my son plays. And so I told him, I'm like, I told you I don't want them here. He told me to go wheel myself back to the bed. And so.
Was he drunk?
Yes, he was.
Mr. Covington, did that occur?
Yes, it did.
Okay. You say that you haven't been drinking recently.
Recently.
Okay. Have you been drinking since you came to LA to come to this show?
Yes.
So and did you get drunk here in LA?
No, I did not.
But you've been drinking here. Was he drunk?
Yes.
That's not true.
You know, if I've heard about it, something went wrong. You know what I mean? If I know you weren't at the hotel playing Parcheesi.
No, I wasn't. I was not drunk out here.
You were not drunk?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
But you're still drinking?
Time to time.
Yeah. How much did you have to drink here in LA?
I just had a few beers.
A few beers?
Like 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Yeah.
She can't even stop laughing.
You see, Your Honor, any beer, like it could be one beer, that's a lot to her because she really doesn't drink. So she doesn't know.
She knows more than you do because you don't know what you do when you're drunk. You don't know how you, because drunks always think they're a whole lot more reasonable than they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah? I like you, Mr. Covington. I don't know why. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, no. I'm having a bad day today. I really am. I find you disarmingly charming. Mr. Covington, what is your biggest problem with Miss Smith?
She makes it hard for me to trust her because she's so social. Everywhere we go, she knows somebody. No matter what city it's in. She knows somebody. Like, I'm surprised she didn't know anybody out here, you know?
Yeah. And give me an example of something that caused you to be upset or concerned about how sociable she is.
Well, most recently, I caught her talking to her ex.
The thing is, at that time, I was still debating if I still wanted to be with Wayne or not because of the action he had caused. Like accusing me of having someone inside of my room when it was just like a black sheet. He had me video call him and stuff. He had me video chat him. He told me to let him see the whole entire room. And he thought my son was some other guy, which he's only 2 years old.
So I take it we have an issue with jealousy, Ms. Smith, and that's where I'm going to go next. I'm going to find out what your concerns are in that regard, and then we're going to ask Mr. Covington why he's concerned.
You know, I took that as disrespect. So they left, and then me and her got into an argument about that.
Right.
And then that's when she broke my phone.
Right.
So then I got mad, and so I broke her laptop. So we just go back and forth.
So, Ms. Smith, is Mr. Covington generally a jealous person, or is he only jealous when he drinks? What's going on with that?
Wayne, he's generally jealous. Like, I had a family friend. He is gay, and I've been knowing him since way before Wayne. And he don't want me hanging out with him because he feels like he's faking being gay.
Okay, Mr. Covington. So tell me about that, Mr. Covington. Do you believe?
No.
Do you believe that this guy is fake gay?
No, that's not even it.
Huh?
That's not even it.
Oh, you tell me what it is then.
It's that she has more guy friends than I do. And so it makes me curious because she says they're gay and I might see them. They don't seem gay to me. So what am I supposed to think when she has more guy friends than I do?
You haven't even met them.
I have met them.
No, you haven't. Like like me and my family friend, we talked this, so we said, hey, let's do a double date. Me and your boyfriend and me and mine. I was like, okay, that sounds cool. I talked to him about it. Oh, I don't want to. Why not? Because that's just weird. That's
Mr. Covington, did that occur?
Yes, it did.
Okay. You're killing me, Mr. Covington. I'm not mad or anything. You're a very interesting guy. And we've been talking about you for a while. So I'm going to stop talking about you, and I'm going to ask you to talk about her. What is your number one issue with Miss Smith?
Her being so social. Her being so outgoing.
Outgoing and social.
I'm just not used to that.
She also has an anger problem.
Yeah, she does have an anger problem.
Tell me about that.
I call it feisty.
Okay.
She's explosive. We can have any argument, and she's ready to fight. She throws things. She reminds me like a kid in like a ball pit, you know? Mm-hmm. Like a toddler.
Yeah. Give me an example of something she went off about that just really wasn't worth it.
My friends being over, we were having a party. Mm-hmm. And we were being noisy, playing video games and drinking. And instead of her coming like an adult woman and pull me aside and tell me to quiet down or leave, she exploded in front of my friends, embarrassing me. And so, you know, I took that as disrespect. So they left, and then me and her got into an argument about that. Right. And then that's when she broke my phone. Right. So then I got mad, and so I broke her laptop. So we just go back and forth.
Ms. Smith, when you came out when you wheeled yourself out there in that wheelchair after having gotten shot in the foot, did you come out all crooked and with an attitude?
Yes, Your Honor, but it wasn't, it's like I've been told him that I do not like his friends. His friends has always been like disrespecting me and he allows it.
Mr. Covington, just on as a practical matter, you know, you got the woman shot a couple of weeks beforehand. You know she doesn't like your friends. And you bring them over and you're loud and raucous when she's trying to recover from a gunshot wound. Wouldn't you think that, hey, maybe this is a time to behave myself a little better because she's been through a lot?
No, because she was still up. She was still up, and I tried to get her to join the party instead of, you know, being in there alone.
How old are you, Mr. Covington?
25.
You're 25? And you're 24?
Yes.
You're awfully young.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question, Ms. Smith.
Yes.
And I want you to take a moment to think about it before you answer. If all this has gone wrong in the first year of being with him, what is it you're hoping to accomplish? You're 24 years old, you got a kid, you're hanging on to a guy who drinks too much. Now, see me, if I was your mother, I'd pop you in the back of the head and tell you to leave. That's what I would do.
Would you stay with someone whose excessive drinking got you injured? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So you got to answer me, Ms. Smith. What is it you're hoping to accomplish? Because I got to know which way to steer this boat.
Getting him some help from his drinking, because it's a really big problem. And he's hurting those who actually really cared for him and who's trying to be there.
Okay. I also understand that you two have financial difficulties. Who wants to tell me about those?
First of all, she's not employed. I'm the only one that's employed. I give her money weekly. And we see each other maybe once a week. And when I see her, she's broke. And so that kind of irks me because she spends it on hair extensions, nails, jewelry, all a bunch of stuff that she could be saving for us to get us a place. And I just feel like it's all on me. And she complains about me being an alcoholic, and I feel like she's a shopaholic.
Gotcha. Ms. Smith, you're unemployed, correct?
Yes, I'm a student.
You're a student.
Yes.
So you're going to school.
Yeah, and I have like a little part-time job.
Little part-time job. You guys are not living together?
No.
Does he help support you?
Yes, sometimes. And I do too. It's like a half and half. He supports me, and then I support him when he doesn't have it.
Right. So you guys are you spending money on things like hair and nails and weave and all that?
You see, yeah, I spend my money on clothes, hair, wig, nails. That's because the type of job that I do, I have to look nice. And
what do you do?
I work in the restaurant industry. And also,
You don't have to have nails for that. You really don't.
Right.
I know, that's just pampering because, I'm a single mom, so it's like...
She likes to look good.
My nails, at least, I mean...
Nails and hair and all that. You can always look presentable without spending hundreds of dollars on other people's hair and stuff like that.
I understand.
You really
that now.
can.
But it's like I spend also to make myself happy, but I don't only spend for myself, I spend for my son too. I buy him diapers, I buy him clothes, I buy him everything he needs.
Yeah, but you can't afford, the diapers are necessary, the hair is not. That's all I'm trying to say. You're 24 years old, you got a kid, you're hanging on to a guy who drinks too much. Now see me, if I was your mother, I'd pop you in the back of the head and tell you to leave. That's what I would do. I mean, I know this isn't what you came here for, but I sit here, you've been here together for a year. You got nothing invested in one another. You got a bullet in the foot. You got somebody else's kid. You're going to school. Why fight to stay in a relationship with someone who has a drinking problem? Are you with me?
Yes.
I'm not mad at you, Mr. Covington, but are you with me?
Yes.
I know you guys aren't going to leave one another, so I'll give you the advice you came for. But that's the advice I want to give.
If your finances are tight, what's the biggest waste of money? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
You two are very lovely young people. I'm so excited that you're in school. I'm so excited that, you know, you've got a job and that you're working and that you do things. You need to get a handle on this liquor thing. Your liver, by the time you're 40, going to be hollering at you, talking about what the heck did you do that to me for? And, I'm not going to say I went through school, didn't drink or whatever. That I did do all of that kind of stuff, but you got to have it at a level where you could control it because it gets ahead of you before you know it. And if you're in a situation where you believe that you're 10 feet tall and bulletproof when you drink, you can get hurt or get somebody else hurt. So your drinking is not just a problem for your liver. It's not just a problem because it can become an addiction. It's a problem because it can get you killed because you're the kind of drunk who starts trouble and you can't accommodate it. What I would do would put down the cognac, go to school in addition to working. I wasn't worried about having a girlfriend right now. Really isn't that important. You know what I mean? Because you have a life that has to be of a certain size and a certain breadth and a certain depth in order to be anything. I don't want you to have old married people problems as young people. Do you know, you with me? And Miss Smith, I'm telling you, don't be one of these women who hangs on to a dude because it's the dude that you got and you feel like if you let him get away, your life goes with him. You know what I mean? Don't get a dude that's a problem. They're going to be enough trouble later on, trust me. But don't get a guy that's a problem out the gate. You got other things to do. You've got other places to be. You've got to catch up to square one because you got a little person on your hip. I don't think y'all need to be together. I'm not going to give you advice on how to stay together because I don't think that's something you need to do. Everybody looking to get hooked up. You should look to get educated, lifted up. You know what I'm saying? And I know you came to divorce court, and I know you love each other, and I know you're not going to pay attention to a word I said, but I feel better because I said it. This matter is adjourned.
After listening to the judge today, it really opened up my eyes. I'm going to give him one more chance after this. If he messes up, then I'm just going to go forth and continue on my life.
The judge says I shouldn't be in a relationship, but you know what? I want to prove her wrong and just do it how I can.
Today on Divorce Court.
Brittany breaks my things because she's crazy. She needs anger management.
I don't have an anger problem because everyone get mad when you make them mad.
Stop breaking my things. I don't want to have to sue you again.
Religion is a big thing because I don't believe in Jesus and his family is super holy.
They tell Brittany she needs to rethink what she believes in.
I don't know if we'll ever get back together. It depends on if he can be honest and tell the truth and stop cheating.
So I do see myself with Brittany forever if she can just have a good conversation with me instead of arguing, yelling.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Brittany Spencer and Terrence Spencer. Mr. and Mrs. Spencer, you've been together 10 years, married for 2, separated for the past few months, and you do not want to be married anymore, and you also have 2 children together. Mrs. Spencer, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why you're here in divorce court today?
Well, I'm here in divorce court because Terrence can't be truthful. He lies, he cheats.
There she go, man.
So let me tell you how the first time I caught him cheating.
Okay.
I was on my way to work, and I just happened to go through his phone, and it was a text message. So I woke him up and asked him about it, and of course he lied. So I took the number out of his phone, and I went to work and called the girl, the young lady.
Sleep.
So, she was honest. She said that nothing happened. They just talked on the phone. So that was just the first time. The second time I went through his phone again, he was sleeping, and he had it saved as a guy's name. And, you know, the text message said, you know,
I'm gonna get to you, Mr. Spencer.
So the name said a guy's name, and the message said, you know, when you coming over? Now, I know he ain't gay, so, you know, I asked him, who is this? This time he was honest. I can admit he was honest, and he told me they had relations, so I didn't call the girl this time.
Mr. Spencer, those are a lot of allegations. Do you care to respond?
Okay, listen, I'm a man. I own up to what I did. I did what I did, but that don't give her the right to cheat back. We don't play like that. We don't play like that.
So you admit that those times that she caught you, you had in fact been doing inappropriate
I did.
things.
I admit to. I did.
Okay,
yes.
you do. But you say she revenge cheated.
Yeah, like.
Tell me about how you found out about that.
She came out and told me the first time about, you know, she went on a few dates with a couple guys because I did what I did, which is not fair. That's not how we play, man. I don't.
Did you revenge cheat, Mrs. Spencer?
Maybe.
Man,
So that's a yes. So that's a yes. You did go do that.
Yes, I'm not a cheater. I don't just go and just do it. I was just mad because he did it.
Well, you're a cheater just for different reasons.
Yeah.
But she's still a cheater, though, ain't you? Still a cheater.
Did you feel that once you revenge cheated, you would be evened up and then you could continue on, you know, blissfully in your union?
No,
Was that your thought?
No, that wasn't my thought. I just did it out of anger.
You were just mad.
Yeah, I was just mad.
And trying to make yourself happy.
Yeah.
But see, now that made me mad. Now I'm around the crib snapping, cursing her up. That didn't make nothing better.
Now, you started it. So just to say it's over and I'm done is not it. You have to make up for what you've done. Revenge cheating is a 6-year-old's response to pain as opposed to a grown person response to pain. But a response to your cheating has to be on your part, grand gestures of remorse and things done. You can't just tell her get over it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I get that, I do.
You know what I'm saying? You have to deal with the pain and all that. You say, however, that the major problem in this relationship is her anger.
Yeah.
Please tell me why you say that.
Oh man, let me tell you. One time, I'm getting ready to go out. I'm in the room getting dressed. She talking about, you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, yo, go ahead, man, I'm out. She talking about, you think I'm playing? You not leaving. I say, yo, I'm not about to argue with you tonight over this. I'm out. She leave out the room. 2 minutes later, I hear a crash. Windows, bro. I look outside like, yo, that's my car. Windows getting busted out by her with a brick. I'm like, yo, she out there throwing bricks through all my windows. I said, look, it's cool. I'm gonna just throw a trash bag over the windows and I'm gonna still go out tonight.
Did you?
No.
I couldn't because Crazy over here sitting in the back seat like, you still not leaving. I said, oh my God. I said, come on, man.
Mrs. Spencer, did you bust out all the windows and sit in the back seat and refuse to leave?
If that's not crazy,
Yes, ma'am,
I don't know what it is.
Yes.
Where did you learn to respond like that?
I'd be mad. I don't know. When I get angry, I just react. I don't know. And we was having a discussion. We wasn't done talking, and he just walks away. I'm getting dressed. I'm going out. That's not how you settle things. So I know
So
that's
you
not
pick
how
up
you
a
settle
brick.
things neither. But yeah, I did.
That's not all.
He's a liar.
That's
Go
not
ahead
all.
and keep telling me.
We had a little discussion in the crib earlier this day. She leaves out because she was mad. I said, all right, I'm gonna chill in the house, play 2K, play my man online, bet some money. $40 on the line, it's fourth quarter. She come back in the house, pull the cord out the wall. You still owe me $40 for that,
I don't
too.
owe you nothing.
Pull the
I don't
cord
owe
out the
anything.
wall in the middle of 2K. Yeah, that's serious. That's serious to me.
Mrs. Spencer, did you do that?
That's not even the story. We had
Well,
a
tell the story.
disagreement the day before, and I left to go to work the next morning. And when I came back, I texted him on my way home, I don't want no company, don't have nobody over. And when I get home, he got his friends, a bunch of friends there, playing a game. And I asked them nicely, this is my home. I said, can y'all please leave?
You could
They
at
looking
least
at me-
wait until my man left.
They looking at me like I'm a stranger at my own home. So I unplugged the game.
Did you have a lot of folk over
It
there?
depends on what you call a lot.
Four.
Well, give me a number.
It was 4 of us.
4 of you playing a game.
4
Yeah,
plus 1.
yes. It was all right, 5 of us. I think it was 5.
Okay,
it might have been 5.
Playing a game.
It might have been 5. But we was betting money. We was chilling.
Do you understand why she was annoyed? Let's not talk about her response. Let's ask, why was she annoyed?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're insane.
I was trying to win some money. I was
Yeah.
trying to win some money during 2K.
You know what your
and she
problem
come
is,
back.
Mr. Spencer?
What? What's my problem?
You go ahead and behave badly. You don't respond to it, and then you just sit back and let her get angry. You don't change your behavior. You're not adult about it. You just behave like you're 12 and then wonder why she's mad.
Oh, thank you someone for telling them.
She wants a grown man. She wants a husband who knows when to come home. She wants a man who's not home with his boys all the time playing the game. She wants a grown man, and she's frustrated. So instead of knowing that you're not going to respond in a manner that is rational, she loses her mind. Losing your mind is not the way to go.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just telling you what happens.
So you just take us
I'm
out?
all done. I'm all done. Now I want you to tell me why your family does not like her.
My family is a very Christian family, and she's not as Christian as they are.
So about a year ago, I stopped believing in Jesus. And his family member called another family member that actually really believed in Jesus, like, you know, called me and she gonna say, well, can I pray for you? I told her no. She didn't want to listen to no.
Mr. Spencer, am I accurate in saying that your family does not like her?
Yes.
Can you tell me some stories that would demonstrate your family's feeling towards Mrs. Spencer?
My family is a very Christian family, and she's not as Christian as they are. She's, you know, it's...
So she's like Christian light.
It started way before that.
Well, tell me what they've done or said that has caused trouble.
Brittany tell how she feels about religion. You know, she's not like they are as far as Jesus Christ, Christianity, and everything. So my family will still try to preach that to my children, to our children, which she finds disrespectful, which I understand.
Right.
But I still think my kids should be able to see my family, should still be able to come visit from time to time.
Not if they don't respect my wishes.
Okay. Have you talked to your family about how you want to raise your children?
Yes, I have.
And do they respect that?
They say they do, but then they act differently.
Right.
They say, okay, Terrence, we understand, but then still trying to read Bible scriptures to my son all day.
Mrs. Spencer, what has his family done with respect to you that has made you so angry?
So about a year ago, I stopped believing in Jesus for my beliefs, you know, and his family member called another family member that actually really believed in Jesus, like, you know, called me and she gonna say, well, can I pray for you? I told her no. She didn't want to listen to no. She started speaking in tongues and telling me I'm the devil. I'm no devil worshiper, okay? I just don't believe in Jesus for my own beliefs. But that don't mean I'm a devil worshiper. Do it, Mr. Terrence?
No, that don't mean that at all.
I don't care about what they think about me. I care less. But, you know, if my children over there, like I let my child spend the night a couple weeks ago, and he come home telling me, you know, oh, I said grace. I said prayer at bedtime. That's a problem. When we talked about this, and you say you respect my wishes, but you don't. So now that's why I don't want my kids around his family.
Well, now, let me say this. So you're mad because they made your child say grace?
Yes.
Did they actually make him say grace, or just everybody was saying grace
That's
and he
my
had to
thing.
be quiet during
He just happened to be there. When you in Rome, you do as, right?
Right.
And he's a kid.
He
follows
doing what your
whatever.
family tells him to do.
I don't think they made him do it.
Yes.
He followed the role everybody else was playing. That's
I think it's kind of when you go over somebody and everybody's in the habit of saying grace, you say grace, you don't party while it's, you know, you just
chill.
Yes, that'd be fine
Respect
if they
the moment.
just chilling. If he my son just sitting there, but no, they got him actually saying and repeating what they say. That's a problem.
Oh, I see.
And then you know,
wait,
with Christmas,
we wasn't even there for
gets
that.
mad. They gets mad at Christmas time, or
because
I don't want my child celebrating Christmas. You could buy him gifts, that's fine, but I'm not gonna say Santa Claus bought it. I'm not taking no jolly man, let no jolly man take responsibility for what I paid for. That's a problem.
I've never heard anyone put it that way. That was very good. In the beginning, I heard cheating, which is a drop-kickable moment. But it seems that you guys have worked through that. And now we're at saying grace, jolly fat men, and cleaning bathrooms. Are we still at divorceable?
Would you allow your children to pray if your partner was opposed to it? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I understand that you believe Mr. Spencer is not quite tidy enough. Tell me about his cleanliness habits and why they're such a problem.
Wait. Okay, no, she asked me. Just hush. So, I was raised with a family that, everything had to be clean, disinfected, bathroom clean 3 times a week, and he not so cleansed.
That's
I'm not saying you're dirty, but not so cleansed. He works long hours. He's a truck driver. So when he comes home, I tell him, okay, the bathroom needs to be clean. That's all he has to clean is the bathroom. I let him sleep and thinking that when he wakes up, the bathroom...
Stop.
Thinking when he gets up, the bathroom will be cleaned. But no, he wants to go on for days and days until I just be like, okay, whatever, I cleans it. And then he want to come in, like lazy men do, oh, I was getting ready to do it. Well, when? I asked you 4 days ago to clean the bathroom.
Mr. Spencer, what's your point of view on that?
I work overnight. Like, I go to work around 5 at night, come home around 5, sometimes 6, 7 in the morning. She off, she tell me, you gonna clean the bathroom? I just walked in the door. I don't wanna hear nothing about that.
I give you time.
Can I get some breakfast first, some turkey bacon or something? Like, you know what I mean? Before she start going on about cleaning something. So I'm like, yo, let me just chill first. I got you when I get up. So I gets up or whatever. I'm ready to clean something. I go in the kitchen, see his dishes dirty. Throw them in the dishwasher. What are you that's not washing dishes. What you
I got
mean
good
that's
pots,
not washing
okay? I
dishes?
spend money on my pots. They don't go on dishwashers.
Why
You gotta
not?
wash them out by hand.
I'm not. You got 2 hands if you want to
Well, then don't touch my dishes.
If I'm washing the dishes, I'm going to use the
I told you to clean the
dishwasher.
bathroom. What you doing in the kitchen?
Hey, let me ask you two something.
I passed the kitchen on the way to the bathroom.
Hey. I hear, in the beginning, I heard cheating, which is a drop-kickable moment. But it seems that you guys have worked through that. And now we're at saying grace, jolly fat men.
Oh, yeah.
And cleaning bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still at divorceable? Or have we passed the major issues and are stuck on angry and are just transferring it to smaller things?
My main thing with her is my Windows and my Xbox and my 2K. Don't break I don't be around the crib pouring out her coconut oil or cutting up her lipstick. Why are you throwing my Xbox out the window?
So your problem is the anger. Mrs. Spencer, if you could get her anger under the control, you're cool with staying in the relationship. Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you.
Mrs. Spencer, is there something that he's done that is now unforgivable, or is there something that can be saved?
If he stopped lying and stopped making me angry.
When's the last time he lied to you about some woman?
Oh, that was years ago, so. But he just lied about little things, about leaving the house. Let me tell you, he told me, he came in the house at 6 o'clock in the morning one time. And I asked him, well, what you doing here? So, this single man hours. What you doing out this time of night? He gonna tell me, oh, we was playing 2K, I fell asleep. No, I don't believe that.
I understand what's happening here. Listen, you have asked me, Mr. Spencer, to award you $876.99, one for a broken gaming system and some for tinted windows on your Grand Marquis. I'm sorry.
And
we're gonna just stay right way over there. Oh, my God. And then we'll talk about it.
How long would it take you to forgive a partner for cheating? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So, Mr. Spencer, if this union ends, you want your money for those broken items. You want money for the broken gaming system and the broken windows, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
That's pretty simple. You did it.
I paid for it.
Yeah, but you gave it to him, right?
It was a little gift.
A gift is a gift is a gift is a gift. If it's a gift, it's gone and it doesn't belong to you anymore. Once it doesn't belong to you anymore, you can't break it. So if in fact you two decide not to be together, there will be a judgment in his favor in $876.99. Now what I'm telling you is I hope that no money changes hands. You got little people in the house. Little people. And the cheating was long ago. So you can't continue to get angry about that. And you can't put the anger of the cheat on top of the not being neat or on top of the gaming system. It's different. But your anger seems to have built up over the years, so he gets the whole scope of your anger every time he does anything. So you don't want to live like that. You don't want your kids to live like that. Your anger should be appropriate to the circumstance. Having said that, you out there running around like you 12. It is difficult being a grown woman with grown woman responsibilities, and your man is sitting around gaming and going out and hanging out like he has no responsibilities whatsoever. It's irritating as all get out that you haven't stood up and taken responsibility for your household. It seems that you have allowed your wife to manage everything, be in charge of everything. You play as you will and then wonder what she's upset about. We don't get married to take care of you. We want to have children with you. We don't want you to revert to your own personal childhood. You want her to stop being angry? You behave like a grown man. You know, but come home, you got all your boys in the house playing that game. She's tired. Good night, nurse. Get her 4-year-old and 1-year-old a chance. You know what I mean? Man up. Either one of them a girl?
My daughter, she won.
Be the man you would want her to marry one day.
Right.
You want to load up some dude on her back and make her carry it for the rest of her life? Keep it up.
She ain't getting married.
Keep it up.
So you right.
I'm telling you, keep it up. And that's exactly what she'll do. So, I'm going to award him $876.99, which he is not going to take from you. But what he is going to do is he's going to behave like the grown man that he is. Ain't that right?
That's right.
And you're going to step off all that anger. Because it's hard to be in a house with a woman who's perpetually upset. You know what I'm saying? Paying that stupid tax. That stupid tax, every time you break something, you got to replace it. It's the stupid tax.
Yeah.
You can't afford it. This matter is adjourned.
I came here for a divorce, but if Terrence can stop lying and come home at a reasonable hour, we can work it out.
The judge suggested I act like a man, take charge of my household, and that's exactly what I plan to do.